Pirates fight for old Southwestern, for alma mater dear. Pirates fight for old Southwestern. To Southwestern will be loyal to the sun from the sky. And remember to the end that a fight will never die. Pirates fight, yeah we win, ayy. Pirates fight, whoa, to the end, whoa. Pirates fight, yeah we win, ayy. Pirates fight, yeah, to the end, whoa, to the end.
And good evening and welcome to Southwestern Pirates football here on the Vype Live Network. My name is Merle Bertrand, coming to you live from Birkelbach Field on the campus at Georgetown High School in Georgetown, Texas. Joined by my broadcast partner and lifetime Pirate TJ Vela, as well as Michael Rose down on the sidelines today. Donna Williams and Dalton Brown providing all the pretty pictures. Our producer Trey Grubb and Skylar Gillespie, our QA, as the Pirates prepare to host the arch rival, TJ's favorite team, the Texas Lutheran Bulldogs. And TJ, Southwestern is yet to open at 3-0 since football returned in 2013. I can't think of a better team to achieve that milestone than against your favorite team, the TLU Bulldogs.
You know, you're absolutely right on that, Merle. Besides the fact that they are my favorite team in all of Texas, when you think of the history between these two teams, with TLU being the first team that the Pirates played in the modern era, between all those conference championship type games in the SCAC, and then into the days of the ASC, there's no one better, there's no one that the Pirates know better than the TLU Bulldogs. So here, knowing the stakes at risk for the Pirates, there's no one better for them to play here today.
Well, the Southwestern Pirates are now 2-0 after hanging on for dear life for a 51-43 win over Puget Sound last week. I'm still worn out from that one, by the way. Offense was on fire in the first half last week. Had to regroup a bit with the new quarterback in the second half, but still did well once he got his legs underneath him. TLU's defense is keeping them in games. What do you expect to see, especially with the junior Jacob Smith getting the start today with the injured Jackson Sims?
The Pirates offense, they're going to keep the ball on the ground a lot today, Merle. It's going to be something that we know the Pirates have in their DNA, the ground game. It's a 3-deep running back room, but with Jacob Smith, something that he does differently than Jackson Sims is he can get the ball on the ground and move the rock forward with that. He's very fast. He's very physical. So expect the Pirates to lean on that ground game here today.
That's something Coach Kriesel mentioned in the interview here from a little bit. He's had all week. He knows he's a starter coming into this one. He's had all week to work with the first string.
Yeah, and that's the big thing. Just knowing that you've had those reps in practice, knowing that you've had the extra reps in the film room. It's one of those things that as you had that first playing action in your only second game of the year, you can get a little bit nervous. You can try and overthrow a little bit, and we saw how strong his arm is. And so I think here today, once he gets getting in the game, once that ground game gets going, we'll see him really slinging out in the passing game.
And then on the other side of the ball, the Bulldogs lost their starter, Caden Bosanko, in week one. They platooned a quarterback in last week's 26-18 loss versus Howard Payne. So they will also likely rely on their running game. We might get out of here before midnight today. We'll see how it goes. On paper, that works to the Pirates' advantage because the Pirates' run defense has been more solid than the passing defense. But that old cliche, this game isn't played on paper. They still have to perform down on the field.
They really do, and it's going to be very difficult. Weston Guzman, he's an all-conference type player for the Bulldogs. He's an All-American in track barrel, so it's not going to be easy. But this Pirates defense is more than willing. Last year, they led the conference in rushing yards allowed in the conference. Here this year, only 133 yards allowed for the season. So if there's anyone that's up to stopping that type of run game, it's this Pirates defense.
Well, Trey Grubb, our producer extraordinaire, he's got us all dialed in and settled in. Trey, what are your thoughts here now that you've seen the Pirates a couple of times this year?
Yeah, I think that whenever you have a quarterback that's kind of a rookie, right? You know, coming out,
right.
He's going to be a little bit nervous. You talked about he's actually transferred from this school, so that's when your defense is really going to have to lift up, right? And your offensive line, obviously giving him the kind of protection he needs, but we want to see a better performance especially from the front four this week.
Yeah. And we've got a new sideline reporter. Chuck Gracie is away with doing day job type stuff. I'm so used to looking for that bright yellow shirt. I got to find Michael Rose down on the sidelines. I don't see him. Michael, where are you? There he is, down there in the black. I'm going to get him on camera, the voice of the McNeil Mavericks here, along with Trey Grubb on Friday night. Michael, what are your thoughts down there in the sideline? I bet you're happy that the sun has gone behind the clouds.
It feels amazing down here. I kind of like this vantage point. I don't know if we can get some kind of microphone so I can be down here on Friday nights as well. It's kind of a fun little atmosphere. just watching everybody get warmed up. And, yeah, there's a giant fan here right in front of me. So, TJ, don't be jealous, but it's kind of nice.
Let's trade fans, Michael.
Yeah, I wonder why you weren't moving around very much. Now you mentioned the fan. I see it. That explains a lot. So we'll hear from Michael throughout the broadcast. So should be a good one. I mean, these two teams have gone at it. I'll talk about it more after the break. These two teams have gone at it over the years. There's a lot of history between the two and all that kind of stuff. We'll talk about that more. But just a great atmosphere. They just don't like each other very much, TJ.
No, and it doesn't just happen in football. It transcends into all the other sports. When I go to the volleyball games, when I work the soccer games, even the golf matches, there's just a lot of animosity between these two schools, whether it be because of how close they are in proximity, whether it be because they stole our team colors. I don't know what it is, Merle, but when it comes down to TLU versus Southwestern, it's always a bitter rivalry.
And it's that recruiting thing, too. Coach Austin used to talk about that on the show that we did when he was here, that recruiting thing. They're fighting for the same kids. There's a nice recruiting class down the sideline for Southwestern right now. Going after the same kids, right? Yeah,
they really are. I mean, these are a lot of the same kids that come from the same high schools. So when you look across the ball, sometimes it's a teammate that you had in high school. I know for me, that was my experience. I'm going up against TLU, but it's a lot of the same kids, the same type of player, the same type of leader. But when you look at it, Southwestern typically wins those recruiting battles. So you ain't got to worry too much about all that.
Well, that sets the table here. We're about 22, 23 minutes away from the opening kickoff. So we'll take a quick break. When we come back, I had a chance to sit down with head coach Bill Criss earlier in the week. We'll get his thoughts on last week's nice win over Puget Sound and tonight's rivalry game here against the TLU Bulldogs. You're watching Southwestern Pirates football on the Vype Live Network. And we're pleased to be joined once again in the pregame show by the head coach of the Southwestern Pirates, Coach Bill Criss. And boy, Coach, I don't know about you, but I'm still worn out after the game on Saturday night. What a ball game.
Yeah, it's crazy. You get off to such a good start and playing well all the way through the game and feeling good about everything. 35-6 at halftime, 44-13 at the third quarter, feeling pretty good. And then you get into a fourth quarter where it kind of sucked the life and the energy out of everybody, from the stands to everybody else. It was a 3.5-hour game with no weather delays, no overtimes. Crazy. The Puget Sound quarterback was one pass attempt away from setting an NCAA record for the most pass attempts in a game. So it was one of those games, right? Sometimes I told our players after the game, hey, keep smiling, keep be excited. We won a football game. It's not easy to win football games. Give Puget Sound some credit, sticking with it. They got a couple breaks in the fourth quarter with an onside kick that didn't go 10 yards, with an interception that was an interception that wasn't called an interception. So they got some extra drives, and they capitalized on it, and we did enough to win a football game.
Yeah, I wanted to touch on some of that later on here in the interview because there was a lot going on there in that fourth quarter.
Yes.
But let's talk about some of the stuff that the Pirates did well offensively. You forget the Southwestern scored 51 points, and that enabled Southwestern to withstand some of that stuff.
Yeah, it's awesome. That was 51 points. Is most points we've scored since I think 2018. So it's been a while since we had 51. We knew going into the game, we thought that our matchup offensively and with their young defense was going to be advantageous for us, and it sure was. We got off to a good start. We were able to run the ball. Again, we hit explosive plays in the passing game. We're winning the turnover game. We're doing all those things. And again, I think I heard Nick Saban on game day yesterday or Saturday talking about the two most predictive measures, stats in college football right now are turnover margin and explosive plays. And if you look at our first two games, we've won the battle in those things. We've lost the battle in overall yardage.
Right.
So when you look at the stats, you're like, huh? But then if you're at the game, you realize that heck, we were in this game and last week we were ahead 2 scores the whole game until the last drive. So we've been able to control the tempo and the way we want it. Obviously, we got to play better pass defense in the end of that game moving it forward. But we felt pretty good about where we were at and felt good about our preparation, and it was good. It was a good win to get.
I think fans get frustrated sometimes, and I'm sure the team does too. You run it up the middle, get a 1-yard gain. You do it again and again. Why are you doing this? And then all of a sudden you break one, or it sets up a pass. Talk about that a little bit. Why you keep doing it? What's behind that methodology there?
Yeah, I mean, it's like anything else. We're going to establish what we do offensively with the threat of running the football. We have really good running backs. We have a good run package. We block the run really well. We're going to continue to do that, and that's how football is. I mean, the defense is going to understand that. They're going to make some plays. We're not going to panic, though, just because we had a couple plays didn't work. We're going to still run the same play and just block it better the next time. Make a slight adjustment if we need to in the blocking scheme. But, when you're going to feature some really good running backs, and we have really good running backs, and that sets up the idea of being able to get to those explosive passes.
Right.
And that's how we're structured, and that's how we're going to continue to play.
Well, we've talked in each of the first 2 weeks, especially before week 1, about sort of the quarterback battle. Jackson Sims, Jacob Smith, kind of 1 and 1A. We thought maybe starting the second half, it was a philosophy of we've got a nice lead, let's get our other quarterbacks some reps, and then we find out that Jackson was shaken up a little bit. Talk about the job that Jacob Smith did once he settled down.
Yeah, Jacob did a great job. We went into the halftime knowing Jackson was injured, so that wasn't the reason why we switched. In a normal perspective, maybe you'd say, hey, Jack, give Jackson a series, try to get another score, and then bring in Jacob. But we went right in saying, okay, Jacobs, we're good. We're up. We're up 4 scores at the time. And once Jacob settled down, he did really, really well. He's got a little bit different package in terms of what he does, from the way he can run the football. And once he settled in, he was just great. And again, we could have given him more opportunities in the fourth quarter. We were trying to be a little bit more conservative, get the clock going. We had a big lead. So we didn't have the full offense at his disposal. But moving forward into this week when we're preparing, he'll be getting a lot more looks, and we'll be getting a lot more practice time in terms of running our first team offense.
And then you talked about it in the beginning. Let's talk about the defense in that fourth quarter, especially because if you look at the stats, it's not like there were blown coverages. It's not like there was anything like that. That quarterback just kept dropping perfect throws in, got a little help down the stretch. But how does a team learn from a situation like that, hanging on just enough?
Yeah, you got to give him credit. I mean, the quarterback was that was their strength of their team. Their strength of their team is throwing the football. They've been a good passing team since Coach Thomas has been there. They can really throw it, and they stuck to the plan. They were going to throw it and throw it and throw it until it wasn't going to work anymore. And what the biggest difference, Merle, in the fourth quarter between the first quarter was the defensive line pass rush. You just wear out.
Sure.
We were rotating guys in, but it takes a lot of effort. So in the first half, even though if you look really closely at the film, you can see that, not that there was a ton of sacks, but we were affecting the quarterback a little bit, getting off his spot. Therefore, the throws weren't as accurate, and we could play tighter coverage. As the game went on, we weren't getting as big a pass rush. We were getting tired in the back end. We weren't getting to our zones as well in the back end as well. So it just kind of got to that point. And because of the score of the game, it wasn't like we were going to panic on defense and start doing something crazy. Because what you didn't want to do is you didn't want to give up explosive plays really fast in the down, right? And so, yes, there was a lot of completed passes, and yes, there was a lot of yardage, but it still took them 10, 12, 13 plays to score, which didn't feel like it was taking a lot of time off the clock because how long the game lasted, but the clock was continuing to run quite a bit.
Well, at the end of the day, 51 is more than 43 is. So
that's it.
They went home on the short end of that stick, and the W is all that matters, right?
It's totally, and that's what I told the players. I said, players, It doesn't matter. We don't care whether we win 7-3, 51-43. It doesn't matter. A win's a win. We're going to continue to play. We're going to continue to compete. Definitely make some changes a little bit to try to be a little bit more prepared in some of the past concepts. But we're just going to keep playing, and hopefully in the end the result takes care of itself with us playing as well as we can.
And as Monty Python used to say, I don't know if there's any Monty Python fans out
Left,
there.
right.
I'm dating myself here.
Yeah.
And now for something completely different. Big rivalry game coming up this Saturday night against TLU, just down the road in Seguin. This has always been a good game, whether it's a conference game or not. Talk about the rivalry here with TLU.
Yeah, that's great. We played them every year.
Yeah.
It's the only team that's been on our schedule. I've been here since we started playing football back up again at Southwestern, and we've played them every year.
Sometimes twice a year.
Sometimes twice. And since 2016, 17, whatever that year's was, when we started to become a senior dominant team with a full set of seniors, it's been a close game. It pretty much is a close game each and every year, and we're expecting the same thing. They're a good football team, and last year, we remember the game down there. It ended up in an overtime,
right.
And so we were expecting a close game against a good football team. They're coming off a couple close losses, but they're dealing with some injuries at quarterback as well, and same. So are we. So we're pretty much in the same boat, and it should be a great game at 7 o'clock at night at Birkelbach.
Yeah, they were picked in their internal poll to win the SCAC, as you mentioned, off to an 0-2 start, but against two really good teams, Trinity and Hardin-Simmons. I think it was at Hardin-Simmons last week. So, what will the Pirates, what kind of adjustments will Southwestern's defense make to them, knowing that they're having some quarterback issues?
Well, TLU is a different team than you've seen the last two teams play. They're typically a run-first team. Now, they've been throwing, I think they're 50-50 when we look at the statistics, and we'll see. I still assume, we're thinking they're going to be a run-first team, which kind of fits to our strength defensively, because that's what we are. So that's what we're going to do. But they got a good set of wide receivers on the outside as well, and so they'll be a challenge. And again, we just got to get better at doing what we do. We'll make some adjustments, of course, you always do from week to week, and try to fit what their personnel is. But again, they're going to run the ball more than you've seen, than we've seen the last two games, which isn't saying much, seeing how Puget Sound doesn't run it at all.
So it might be a 3-hour game instead of a 3.5-hour game?
It should be. Yeah. As long as we don't have any weather's delay, Merle, or any of that kind of stuff, it should be it'll be a much cleaner game from a run perspective versus the incomplete passes and those kind of things. So we're gearing up towards that, but traditionally they're a good football team, and we're excited.
And Pirates offensively, I don't know what the injury situation is with Jackson Sims. I don't know if you're going to divulge anything about that or not, but if it is Jacob Smith, the quarterback, how does that change things?
Yeah, and I'm going to be honest up front right now. Jackson's not going to play this week. He's got a broken hand, and hopefully we can get him back in a week or two. But he won't be playing this week. Jacob Smith, and we sent the two deep over to TLU. We're not trying to hide anything.
Right.
Jacob Smith will be our quarterback. It'll be interesting. He's a very good player, and he'll get the first team reps all week, and we got a good backup after that. I think Mateo will be our number 2 quarterback off of him, and we'll be fine. We'll do, again, Jacob has a little bit different strengths than, there goes the lights.
There we go.
Jacob has a little bit different strengths than Jackson does and how we do things, but we'll be in good shape with that, and we're excited to see Jacob play. Now, the great thing about Jacob is he's actually a transfer from TLU.
That's right.
So it'll be a big game for him to handle his emotions, but he'll be ready to go, and the team will all play well behind him. We'll be supporting him 100%.
Well, Coach, it was a wild one on Saturday night. Any final nights before heading into the rivalry game here against TLU?
Yeah, thanks again. That crowd was great. It was loud. I wish we would have ended the fourth quarter a little bit better. I think it sucked the life out of the building, but before we got the W, and it was really good to see you guys there. And I hope TLU, we're going to have a great set of fans there. Big recruiting weekend for us, so a lot of recruits coming, excited for this game. So it'll be as good a game as there is in the country at 7 o'clock at Birkelbach. So come on out, watch us. If you can't, tune in to us. It's going to be a fun night.
All right. Good luck on Saturday night.
Thank you, Merle.
I don't think the Pirates have ever gone 3-0 since the program came back. Is that correct?
It's correct, and we mentioned that last year, and we still didn't go 3-0, so I'm not sure we're going to mention much of that this week.
Well, that was not immediate news, by the way. So, all right. Southwestern Pirates head coach Bill Criss, I guess you're in the pregame show. We'll take a break and be right back. You're watching Southwestern Pirates football on the Vype Live Network. And welcome back to Birkelbach Field. Merle Bertrand here along with TJ Bailey, Trey Grubb, Dalton Brown, Michael Rose, Skylar Gillespie. As the team's getting ready to take the field, they just had the national anthem. TLU has already taken the field. We're standing by for Southwestern to come out of the field. This will be, excuse me, the 13th overall meeting between these two teams. TLU leads the series 7 games to 5. They've won the last 3 meetings, including last season's 17-10 finale in Seguin. One side note, Texas Lutheran was a Pirates opponent when football returned to Southwestern University after 58 years on September 7, 2013, and the Bulldogs won that first game 44-14. On a happier note, TJ, these two teams played a double round-robin schedule in 2016 as SCAC opponents. Your team swept the Bulldogs to claim the conference title that year under former head coach Joe Austin. So what do you remember from that team as the Pirates get ready to take the field?
I remember 2 things mainly, Merle. One, how long the senior day was, because that was our first full class of seniors. And 2, I remember those 2 contests against the TLU Bulldogs. The first one being here, a high-scoring affair against the Bulldogs that we ended up coming out on top of. And the second one down in Seguin. That one, we had already clinched the conference title by that point, but we wanted to remain undefeated in conference, and we weren't going to let the Bulldogs spoil that streak. So that one was a slugfest back and forth. And I think this is going to be a contest that's going to reminisce or look a lot like that one.
So a couple bits of trivia. Maybe TLU can be part of Pirates history for a 3rd time as Southwestern looks to go 3-0 for the first time here in the modern era. Pirates gathering around the flags that are in the end zone. TLU is already on the field. And the highlight packages from last week's game playing on the big board here at Birkelbach Field, courtesy of Vype, by the way. Nice job by Tony Caneros, our editor, for putting those all together. And a great atmosphere here tonight. The nice crowd in the end zone with the tailgating, and a nice crowd coming up from Seguin. It's only, about 2 hours south of here, so.
It's even shorter than that, Merle. It's only about an hour if you take the toll road.
Oh, there is that, yeah.
Yeah. Hour 20 if you go on I-35, no traffic.
It just feels longer because you're going to Seguin, right?
Yeah, it's a very boring town. Nothing happening. It's just like, oh, do I have to drive down that way? I think a lot of these fans from TLU are excited to come to a town like Georgetown that has so much going on for them.
Trey, one of these years I'm going to remember not to bait him. You think I'd know better. I'm pouring gasoline on a fire.
Hey, man, I love it. Love it.
So we are standing by for the Pirates to take the field. Again, Southwestern coming in here 2-0. We're the only game still left in the SAA. Everybody else is in the book, so we might have a few extra eyeballs on us tonight as Southwestern gets ready to take on Texas Lutheran. We'll give you scores of the earlier games at halftime. A couple of surprises in there.
You know, I always wonder, do they have to try to not run faster than Coach? Or just try really hard not to knock him over?
When you look, Coach is going to taper off right around the Eastview logo at the 25-yard line.
Just kind of peels off.
Yeah.
That's pretty funny.
He'll be running in with the special guest, too, so that's why they taper off early typically.
Oh, yeah, that's pretty cool.
And let's just turn it over to our PA.
Is that TJ?
And there's the peel off that TJ was talking about. How do they select who carries the flag, TJ? What's the process there?
Typically, they just hand out. They hand out the flags to whoever's in the front of the line. My sophomore year, I was one of the guys running with the flags only because I was at the front of the line. It's cool, though, because you're the one that gets all the pictures taken of you.
And Michael is caught up. The head coach, Bill Criss, down the sideline. Mr. Rose, take it away, sir.
All right, Coach Criss, a great start to the season record-wise. TLU comes to town. It's been a little bit of a downhill slope with them past couple of years. What's been going on? A little bit of change in the quarterback position. All these things coming up for game time. What's on the mind of you right now?
Both teams are playing for the backup quarterback today, so you just see how they handle that. Keep from Jake Smith. He's had for us. He's had a really good week of practice. He's had cheap on his really good, so there's a little extra motivation for him to play just the past 2 years. So you had a chance to talk with Coach even before the game. They're dealing with the same thing we are with a little bit of injuries. They play kickoff opponents the first game and Postgame.
and we're ready to have a good ball game tonight for TLU. A big track meet last week. How do you get everyone settled down and get things going as far as the changes are going?
Yeah, Mike, that's a great question. We won the game. We're going to keep right out doing what we do to win. Like I said, we don't care whether we win 7-3, 51-43. Yeah, we want to play a little better defense at the end of the game. But we're going to do what we need to do. We're trying to win the game. And that means score 50 or that means score 10 and play better defense. That's what we're trying to do.
Appreciate the access. Best of luck, Coach.
Appreciate it, Mike. Thanks.
All right. Coach Creasel, Coach.
All right, thank you, Michael Rose, and good luck to Coach Creasel and the Pirates down on the field. Captain's getting ready to meet at midfield.
I love the mindset there, Merle. It doesn't matter what the score is at the end of the day, as long as the Pirates come out on top. Coach Creasel, defensive-minded guy, I know he would love a shutout.
Yeah.
But from the head coaching perspective, he doesn't care. I think he had mentioned it in the interview he had with you this week, whether it's 51-43, 7-6, as long as the Pirates are coming out on top, that's all that matters.
And, usually that's coach speak, but I think he really means it.
I definitely think he really means it.
So Southwestern in the home black. If you're confused, it looks like an inter-squad scrimmage down there, but the Pirates are in the home black with the golden pants and the white numerals, TLU, and the white jerseys, black pants, and the same color gold on their pinstriping there. Beautiful night here in Georgetown, Texas. Lights are on at Birkelbach Field. And the kickoff temperature coming up here, a nice, crisp and cool fall, autumn, Halloween, like 92 degrees.
It doesn't feel like 92. It feels even better, I'm going to say.
So Southwestern will be going from right to left. And the defense will take the field first. So we'll get our first look at what kind of adjustments have been made after last week. We'll see who gets to start at quarterback for TLU. They platooned last week. We expected to be Kassan, but we don't know for sure. And we'll see how the Pirate run defense holds up and pass defense.
It's either going to be Kassan or Dietrich, but at the end of the day for the Pirates here, it's going to come down to that front four. I was talking with Coach Carr before the game. He guaranteed a better game from that front four here than what we saw last week. And then knowing what Coach Creasel has implemented, in at least from a secondary perspective, I'm also sure he's expecting a lot better performance from them, staying on their coverage a little bit longer, eliminating a lot of those short routes that hindered us last week against Puget Sound, and just overall getting the ball back to the offense for more opportunities to score.
So Pirates will kick off going from right to left. No wind at all. Maybe a tiny breeze blowing from right to left, but the flags on the flagpole by the field house are hanging limp. And what a start to the season for the freshman kicker for Southwestern, Chase Lanham. Set to kick it away here for the Pirates. Happy to have you with us here on Vype on a Saturday night, closing out week number 3 of the 2025 NCAA Division III schedule. Pirates and the Bulldogs from Birkelbach Field in Georgetown. And the ball's in the air. We are underway as this kickoff is returnable from the 2. Going to be brought up to the 5 to the 10. Good coverage to the 15. Breaks it to the outside, however, to the 20 to the 25, and gets a couple of extra yardage there out to about the 30-yard line. And the kickoff return, I believe it was Caleb Camarillo, the senior, with a nice return to set up the Bulldogs at about the 27-yard line.
Yeah, very patient return from Camarillo right there, just following his blocks and getting a good return.
So offense, 16 points a game, 313 yards per game, with their starter quarterback Caden Bosanko injured in week number 1, going up against the Pirate defense that's given up 31 points a game and 513.5 yards per game, most of that through the air, and we expect them to run it mostly, so we'll see how it goes here.
And it is Kassan out there starting, Merle.
He's got single back lined up behind him. And a handoff on the right side, trying to get the corner turn. And a nice hole out to the 35, dives out to the 37-yard line. On the carry is Weston Guzman, the senior running back from McAllen, down your neck of the woods. Picks up about 7 yards on the play, 2nd down and 3.
And right there, Guzman just following his blocks down the right side. For the Pirates here, especially on the defensive line perspective, hold those blocks the whole way. Allow your linebackers to fill that gap and don't allow a big gain like we just saw there from Guzman.
So 2nd down and 3. 1 receiver left, 2 to the near side. Oh, bad snap. Kassan just has to pick it up, and he's running over to the near side just to get what he can get. And he steps out of bounds. And that was it. Yeah, Kassan on the carry. It's going to be a loss of yards back to the 34-yard line. It's going to bring up a big 3rd down here. Chance to get off the field, 3rd and 6 from the 34.
Great job there by Rhino in the back, or it used to be Chooks, just following, getting off his blocks and making sure that the quarterback goes out of bounds there. But now what you want to see for the head coach from TLU on that 2nd down play.
Chooks Equimesi, 2.5 tackles for loss, 1.5 sacks. And add some on to that one here. 3rd and 6. in trouble. Hit as he throws it, going to go down. First one to get there for the Pirates. He had some help, but the first one was number 34, Caleb Harmon.
And already some troubles with the snap. Kassan fumbling that snap as well, and that allowed enough time for Harmon to get in there, make the hit on the quarterback, and it was a big one at that. And a huge 3-and-out to start the game here for this Pirates defense. Coach Carr guaranteed it, Merle.
He did.
Right now, we're getting our money's worth.
So 4th down and 12 coming up on the 28-yard line after one nice pickup. A couple of negative. They dropped the snap and manages to get the punt out of there. And it's going to roll, take a bulldog roll, over-the-shoulder catch by Devin Phillips. And not much running room, but just making that catch probably saved an extra 10 yards. But a pretty good punt, all things considered he dropped the snap.
A lot of popcorn there in that pregame till you diet, Merle. Extra butter on them hands.
Well, and he didn't panic.
So here we go. We'll get our first look. Well, not our first look, but a first start of the year for Jacob Smith. Played 3 out of 7 for 42 yards and a touchdown last year and came into Southwestern from TLU. So I wonder what his emotions are right now.
Probably high. He's going to have to keep him in check here.
Yeah. See if that's Tyson Williams lined up behind him. It should be 17 carries, 153 yards, with 3 touchdowns last year. Just under 200 yards on the season. Play action pass, going to put it up right away. Going forward over to the right side. That ball's a little underthrown. A lot of contact. And no flag. The defender just kind of like a basketball player boxing out the Pirate receiver, 2nd and 10.
Yeah, a lucky break there for the Bulldogs because, to your point, Mark, it looked exactly like pass interference. The ball underthrown. That's Tyler Littleton, the DB on the coverage, the sophomore. And you're right, he was just boxing out the wide receiver, Graydon Thompson there. A good idea of a first play for the Pirates, but no, just the poor execution there.
So 2nd down and 10 from the Pirate 23-yard line. Just underway first quarter. Smith, the junior, out of spring, and a handoff up the middle. Not much running room there for Tyson Williams. Back to the line of scrimmage. That's about it. Sets up a 3rd down and 10.
Until they're going to pull no punches when it comes to their defensive front. It's going to be a 4-1, cover 4 typically the whole game. They'll blitz that outside linebacker occasionally if they smell the run, and right there they smelt it, and they stopped it for a loss.
So 3rd down and 10 from the 24-yard line. Makes your 3rd and 11, let's call it. You're right, he did lose the yard. So 3rd down and 11 coming up. One receiver wide right. And one here to the near side. Now they bring out a second receiver lined up in the right slot. And Williams also goes out as a receiver. So an empty back set here for Jacob Smith. Looking back, quarterback draw up the middle, got some running room, steps up to the 30, makes the man miss out to the 35, spins and dives to the 37-yard line. And Jacob Smith, coach mentioned in the pregame, a slightly different package with him, and he picks it up with his legs.
And we know coming in it was going to be a little bit different with him because of his ability to run the ball. Right there, a simple quarterback draw. You had the blitz coming from TLU, and the blitz outran the draw essentially. Smith had the open space, and he gets the first down with his legs.
So maybe that'll settle down this Pirate offense. 1st down and 10 out to the 37-yard line. Trips now wide to the right, one to the near side. Smith going to run it again to the left side. Slips as he tried to cut back, and he's going to lose a yard. That was good pursuit there. It was Marvin Ferris, the sophomore linebacker, was in his path, forced him to cut up, and the wheels came out from underneath him.
It was a good counteraction to the left side, and Marvin Harris just flew right over top, and Smith wasn't expecting that. And luckily for him, I think he just went down there and avoided the contact.
Justin Navarro also in the neighborhood. He's been a stalwart defensive player for the Bulldogs. 2nd down, 11, back at the 36-yard line. 2 receivers right, 2 to the near side. Going in motion. Then they're going to give it to him around the 35 up to the 40. Good speed. Thompson to the 45 and steps out of bounds at about the 50-yard line. Get the ball in the hands of Graydon Thompson every which way you can.
Get the ball in the hands of your playmakers, Merlin. Right there, he's our best playmaker here on this team. He is so fast when he gets in the open field. All he needs is a little bit of room to get going, and you saw it there, speeding all around to the right side for another first down for the Pirates.
One thing I'm looking for to see if they have somebody spying on him, on the quarterback. See if because they're going to expect that he's running.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line. First drive of the Pirates, his second first down picked up. One receiver right, trips here to the near side. Dropping back Smith. Complete, good catch at the 45. And solid gain of about 5 yards there for Blake Garcia climbing the ladder. And the old stick 'em Ball stuck in the hands, 5-yard pickup, 2nd and 5.
But you want to talk about settling in your quarterback. Those are the types of routes right there that do that, Merle.
Right.
Just very quick hitting routes, a simple hitch route on the outside, great pass from Smith, finds it on target and gets a positive 5 yards.
2nd down and 5 from the Bulldog 45. Pirates in the pistol, one receiver right, one to the near side. Now coming in motion. And straight ahead handoff to Williams. And boy, just not much running. This defense is stout. I mentioned in the opening, that's what's kept them in ball games, giving up 27 points a game, just 329 yards overall. But they're not giving up much there. 3rd and 5 coming up.
Yeah, when you can run a 4-1 as effectively as the Bulldogs can, it's because of the abilities of your front four. And so when it comes to that, I mean, they're super strong. You look at them right there; they're all listed over 6 foot, very big dudes, and so it's going to be a problem for this offensive line.
No doubt, Southwestern will keep challenging them just to try to soften them up a little bit and spring something later. 3rd and 5 here from the 45-yard line. Smith, low snap. And pulled it in, now tucked it out, trying to get the corner turned, and he is not able to. Steps out of bounds at the 47 for a loss at 2. Nice pursuit there by the Bulldog defense. First guy there was Merrick Square, a senior out of Houston Lamar. And the punting unit coming on here for Southwestern.
And it looked almost like a broken play in the backfield there.
Yeah.
The defense got in. It looked like it was supposed to be a handoff, and Smith kind of just pulled it last second. And unfortunately for the Pirates, after a good-looking start to the drive, going to have to punt here.
Well, what a great job that Chase Lanham did pinning down Puget Sound last week. Let's see what he does here. High, short punt. Fair catch called for and made it the 13-yard line. So, you know, it's only about a 33-yard punt, but it gets the job done and pins him down at about the 13-yard line. That's what you want.
There's a reason he made the D3Football.com National Team of the Week as a punter, Merle, and it's because of performances like that. He had 2 punts inside the 20 last week. Already has 1 here today.
So second possession of the ball game for the Bulldogs. They take over 1st down 10 at their own 13-yard line. 8:34 to go opening quarter. And Micah Kassan back in at quarterback. I believe that's Guzman to his right. And the straight ahead handoff, bounce to the left side, out across the 15, up to the 20. Another gain of about 7 yards on 1st down, 2nd down and 3.
There's actually number 26, Merle, Deontay Williams, the senior out of Victoria, Texas. Just giving another look to this Pirates defense, another threat that they'll have to worry about.
And he stays in the ball game. Does Williams. 2nd down and 3. Bad snap again. Kassan just has to throw that one over to the bench. Oh, there's a lot of contact over there. I thought maybe it wasn't thrown as far as I thought. But, man, that's the 3rd goofy snap that we've seen.
Yeah, it's a weird combination. I think the far side ref is telling the head ref that ball was thrown backwards. So
yeah.
And actually, no, number 6 was in the air, so it won't be any type of intentional grounding. But and just a weird situation happening between the center and the quarterback right now. And it's not the center's doing bad snaps. Kassan's just having trouble fielding it.
They got lucky there because that definitely looked like a backwards pass.
Dropping back, pass over to the right side, and almost intercepted. The closest man to it was wearing black, Gilbert Anderson. And that great punt pinned him down. It's going to bring up a 4th and 3, and their punting unit will have to come on the field.
So only 6 plays so far for the Bulldogs offensively. Obviously not the start you wanted, but in relying on a new quarterback like Kassan getting his first start here in the 2025 season, if you're the Pirates defense, this is exactly what you wanted to do and expected to do.
And back to receive here for the Pirates. Noah Long, standing about his own 45-yard line. And high spiraling punt. Long going to fair catch it and makes the catch at the 44-yard line. There's number 5 back. Oh, Devin Phillips back there. Yep, you're right. Okay. Your eyes are a lot better than mine.
I brought the binoculars today, Merle. I wasn't going to get anything wrong.
I think your eyes are still better than his.
Nah, we wouldn't say all that. Merle's not
They're younger. I know that.
Come on, Merle. You're a spring chicken. You're young.
What's sad is it even says Devin Phillips here as the punt returner. I still didn't see it. All right, 1st down from the 43-yard line. 2 receivers to the right. Smith Try the end around again to the right side, and this time TLU was ready for it. Knocking down Graydon Thompson before he could get the corner turn. It's going to be a loss of about 3 yards on the play. I like the play call, but TLU was definitely ready for it.
Yeah, different formation from the Pirates there. Brought in the tight end, brought in the H-back too. Just have a heavy set there on that left side. But with the thing with that, TLU, they brought down those extra defenders who would normally sit in that cover 4, so it just condensed everything, and they had that smelled out pretty well.
So a loss of 3, back to the 40, second down and 13. Play action pass, and a lot of contact before the bat ball's tipped up in the air and intercepted. Coming back the other way, 45 to the 40, to the 35 to the 30, the 25, and inside the 20 down to about the 18-yard line. It was picked up by number 30, I believe that was Owen Garcia, sophomore defensive back. I thought that there was contact before the ball got there.
I thought so too, Merle. The refs were saying it was a bang-bang play, contact as soon as the ball got there, but I think it was pretty early, and unfortunately for the Pirates, because of the contact, the ball got tipped up. It was caught by Garcia. A great return from Garcia, and now a great field position for the Bulldogs here on the Pirate 20.
Garcia, sophomore from just down the road at Pflugerville Connolly.
Big test for the defense here.
Big time at the 20-yard line.
And a new quarterback, Dietrich's in now, Merle.
All right, this is the freshman. So we talked about them platooning last week. Handoff right side. Cutting it back up, Guzman inside the 15, stays on his feet, and inside the 10 down to the 9-yard line. That's going to be an 11-yard pickup and a first and goal for the Bulldogs.
And Guzman there, again, similar to his first run of the game, just following his blocks. Once he sees the hole, cuts back up in it, and that's a great first down carry for the Bulldogs.
So Reese Dietrich, the freshman, in at quarterback. First and goal here with Guzman to his left. 2 receivers left, 1 to the near side. Handoff up the middle again, and this time the Pirates swarm the football a little bit better, but not great tackling. He still managed to push it inside the 5 down to about the 3. Second and goal from there.
Yeah, it's one thing just to make contact with him, but you have to wrap up and bring him down, Merle. He's an SCAC Offensive Player of the Week last week and week 2, and you don't get those awards by just going down at the first point of contact. You have to gang tackle this guy. You have to bring him down with force.
Second down and goal from the 3. Kind of a bunch formation here at the line. And handoff Guzman trying to get the corner. Turn to Will into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas Lutheran. So they capitalize on the turnover with 5:57 to go in the first quarter, and the Bulldogs draw first blood. Here's 6-0.
Only a 3-play drive, Merle, and it was all Weston Guzman. Just simple run plays right up the middle, and that time bouncing it outside. You want to talk about giving settling the nerves of a freshman quarterback. Hey, just hand the ball off to your senior running back and make things happen.
So extra point coming here from Ejon Augustine. Good snap and hold. Kick is up. And it is good. 5:57 to go first quarter. Texas Lutheran drawing first blood. I didn't mention it in the pregame, but I kind of had that thought in the drive up here that it was going to be the defense. Somebody's defense is going to make a play that might make the difference. And so far here in the early going, it's the Bulldog defense that's done just that.
And right there, that's the first interception for the Pirates here in this 2025 season, Merle. And so something that Coach Griesel always talks about is winning the turnover battle. In the past 2 weeks, we have won the turnover battle. Here today already, though, that first interception hurts us. TLU gets great field position. They punch it in. But now it's on the Pirates offense. You've had some glimpses of that potential that we can see here today, especially from Jacob Smith. But now it's about getting that interception, getting a drive together here, and putting points on the board. When you think about it, TLU got the ball first anyway. They were supposed to put points on the board first. So if you're going to look at it from a glass half full perspective, it's okay.
And the interception, I can't really put that on Smith. The ball was on target.
No.
It was just one of those weird little plays.
Plus pass interference call, right?
And the kickoff is going to be fielded at the 5, up to the 10, to the 15, to the 20. Nice seam. Nice out, 25 to the 30. Cuts back and knocked down at the 36-yard line. Devin Phillips probably not getting the touches at running back that he would like, but a nice return there for Phillips of about 30 yards to set the Pirates up in business. First down 10 to the 36-yard line.
You got to get in where you fit in, Merle. And right now, Devin Phillips is doing a great job returning punts, returning kicks. Great field position here to start for the Pirates. Another opportunity to put points on the board.
So Jacob Smith leads the offense back on. Tyson Williams will be in the backfield with him. One receiver right, 2 to the near side. You see the Pirates starting offense right there. And straight ahead handoff to Williams. Bounces free to the right side, turns the corner, cuts it back up, stays on his feet, and pushes it out to the 41-yard line. A hard-earned 5 yards as TLU pulls him backwards. But he's actually going to get 6 yards out to the 42-yard line, 2nd down and 4.
One thing Williams does really well is he lets the line and the play develop in front of him. You saw it there, the defensive end on the top of your screen crashing in the inside. There was no room there, so Williams, what does he do? Bounces it outside, gets as many yards as he can. And it's all about that first play when it comes to this Pirates offense. A positive first play like that really opens up the playbook here on 2nd down.
2nd down and 4 from the 42-yard line. One receiver right, one to the near side. Now they shift the formation and put double tight ends over to the right side. Williams in the pistol, straight ahead handoff, and he's going to be wrapped up. Trying to break free, but cannot break free. And is that 59 on the stop? I believe that is number 59, Ezekiel Williams, a sophomore out of Katy, Cypress Springs. That'll be a loss back to the 39.
And right now there's been some injuries to that right side of the offensive line for the Pirates, Merrill. Some younger guys starting there on that top side. And right now the defensive line for TLU knows that. They recognize that, and they're making plays because of it.
So a big 3rd down here for the Southwestern offense. 3rd and 7 from their own 39-yard line. Empty back set for Smith. Pressure coming from the edge. He rolls free. He's got some running room. He's going to fire over to the right side. Got a receiver. Caught. 25 to the 20 to the 15 and inside the 10 down to the 9-yard line. What a catch by Samuel Williams, the tight end.
Want to talk about keeping your eyes downfield when under pressure. A perfect example of it from Jacob Smith. It's something we know he can do well, too, from being just a passing quarterback like that. He got flushed out of the pocket, kept his eyes up. Williams gets behind his coverage man, and a perfectly thrown ball from Smith finds his receiver, gets the 1st down for the Pirates.
And, man, that's a tough throw when you're rolling to the left like that. I thought he was going to tuck it under and run. He probably would have picked up the 1st down that way. He had a better plan. 1st down and goal from the 9. Smith, handoff up the middle. Williams following his blockers. Stiff arm flag comes in. This might be coming back as a late flag. Usually means holding.
And it's right there at the line of scrimmage, so probably, Merle.
The old drive killer puts him behind the chains now. 1st and goal from the 19.
You know, one of the things about Smith rolling out like that, his threat to run is going to help him if he keeps his eyes down the field for sure.
That's a great point, yeah.
And that's something that TLU obviously knew about with him being a 2-year player there for the Bulldogs.
Sure.
So it's something that they know is in their scouting report. So for them not to be able to capitalize on it right there, you know that they're mad about it.
So 1st and goal from the 19 after the holding penalty. And dropping back, Smith dumps it off underneath, screen pass to Williams, but he's met right there at the 20-yard line, going to lose a yard on the play. First guy there, number 35, Nikolai Pari, he's a freshman linebacker, and he had some help. Going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
Want to talk about staying on your assignment? A perfect example of it there, not falling for the screenplay where the Bulldogs, they stayed in their assignment, stayed in their area, and made the tackle when they threw it back to Williams.
So 2nd and goal. Lost at 2, back to the 21. Got to get points out of this drive, even if you don't punch it in after the penalty. Keep it close. Got a good field goal kicker. Get some points.
Like to get a little closer if that's the case here.
Trips wide right, one to the near side. Smith. Quarterback draw, left side. Boy, they're spying on him. To your point a few moments ago, Trey, you could see there were 3 guys there to keep an eye on him. Caden Hoffman was the first one, but he had 2 friends backing him up.
Well, that's the 2nd time that he's slid, that he's slipping there as well when he's trying to cut to the right.
Might be time to visit the sideline and get some different
cleats. Yeah,
different cleats. Yeah, 3rd down and goal now from the 22, loss of a yard in the play. Trips wide right. Hard snap count. Bulldogs stay home. Play clock down to 3. 2, gets it off. Quarterback draw and breaks free to the 15, stays on his feet and pushes it down near the original line of scrimmage just beyond it. But still well shy. Had to get it all the way in, obviously, on the 3rd and goal. So it's 4th and goal now from the 12, and the field goal unit will trot on.
Yeah, I think it's an example there of just a safer play call.
Yep.
Just trying to get those a little bit more yardage out of this, get this a little bit closer from a field goal perspective. And looking like a 28-yard field goal here for Lanham. 29.
Lanham on the field 2 for 4 in field goals, but he does have a long of 47 and is right in the middle of the field. Good snap and hold. Kick is up. Has the leg by plenty as it bangs off the roof, and it is good. So 1:45 to go first quarter, and Pirates do respond to get some points on the board here, 7-3.
So to your point, Merle, you got the points on the board, not the points you wanted. You wanted the touchdown to tie things up, but that's a positive coming out of this drive. Now it goes back to the defense, who's had great success defending from the Bulldog side of the field. So hopefully this kickoff, we can pin them deep and then go back to the normal programming, right?
Well, you need something positive to happen for your young quarterback out there, right? You just want something positive to build on when you come over here and you start having your meetings, just a little bit of positivity to be able to get the guys staying amped up and excited about getting back out there.
And you definitely do. When you think about those runs that he had, they were pretty good. And then you think about that long throw to Williams when he got behind the coverage. So a lot of positives to build on. I think a lot of things that the offensive line saw they can build on. Now, again, just going back to the defense, get the ball back to that offense.
Yep.
Football on the tee here for Chase Lanham. And this kickoff is going to sail a couple yards deep into the end zone, and they thought about bringing it out, but thought better of it. Neil's on the S of Patriots. Email's open, suppiratesfb@gmail.com, suppiratesfb@gmail.com. Lights are on. Sun disappeared behind some clouds.
So, TJ, I'm not seeing anything different on the defensive line trying to get some pressure on the quarterback. We talked about that a lot last week. If they would try to dial up something a little bit different that the other team hasn't seen on film, just to try to get some pressure, make that – had these bad snaps. I'm sure he's nervous back there.
And I think right now it's because of the run game. They want to see how that run game kind of looks before starting to bring any types of pressure. They don't want to get beat deep because of that run game.
Hand off, left side, trying to get the corner turn. Dives out across the 25 to the 26-yard line. On the carry is Kimarante Williams. Dietrich stays in at quarterback for at least this series.
So Guzman gets the first and third drives. Williams gets the second and fourth drives from a starting perspective. Hopefully for the Pirates here, this fourth drive ends like how the second one did.
Short gain of 2 out to the 27-yard line, coming up in the 1-minute mark in the opening quarter. Dietrich hands it off right side and steps out across the 30. Big hole there out to the 35, maybe the 37-yard line. And that'll be good for a TLU first down as Williams again on the carry.
Just very patient in the backfield, Williams was, letting those pulling guards and tackles hit their blocks. And once they did, snuck up the hole and got the first.
First down and 10, Texas Lutheran at their own 38-yard line.
And this truly is going to be the biggest test for this Pirates defense so far this year, at least from a running game perspective.
Right.
Just knowing how good this TLU offensive line is and how powerful their running backs are.
One receiver left, 2 to the near side. Handoff right up the middle. Play action pass. Complete over the middle of the 45 and into Pirate territory at the 40-yard line. Had me fooled for a split second. Hauling it in is Caleb Camarillo. And that's good for a TLU first down at the Pirate 44.
And that's something we see a lot with the Pirates, the run game, setting up the passing game, a play-action pass on first down. You got fooled by it, Merle. I don't think our defender did, but he was a step behind the receiver because of that play-action, and because of that, it's a first down for the Bulldogs.
Could be the final play here of this quarter if they get it off. They've got 3 seconds left, 2, 1, and they're not going to. So a good first quarter, a brisk first quarter, kind of like what we expected. Predominantly running game here, and the Pirates trail at the end of 1 by a score of 7-3. And where is Mr. Michael Rose down there on the sidelines? We'll go to him. He's over on the right side. Michael, what are your thoughts after the first quarter? What are you hearing down there?
Well, as a play-by-play guy and being up in the box most of the time, this perspective is pretty interesting. What I'm seeing is a lot of reactionary conversation, not a lot of responding to what's going on. A lot of not everyone's getting down on each other right now, but they are just kind of waiting for something to happen. That was a pretty productive drive, a great pass. The offensive line down here pretty frustrated as far as not wanting to set up for 3 points.
All right, well, good observations there, and hopefully the Pirates can adjust and be a little bit more proactive instead of reactionary, TJ. I like that.
Yeah, and especially from an offensive lineman's perspective, you want to be the attacker. Especially when you're running the ball, you want to go lean on your front hand. You want to push these guys back. a great example of it is this TLU offensive line right now. That's how they're playing, and that's why their running game is working right now.
So teams flip sides. Bulldogs now moving from right to left. They've got a first down and 10 at the Southwestern 44. Straight ahead handoff. Now cuts back to the left side, trying to get the corner turn. Tripped up and slowed up and going to be knocked down after a short gain.
Yeah, good pursuit there. Just holding him up just a little bit so his teammates could get there and finish him off.
Yeah, Navarro will get credit for the tackle, but somebody got in the backfield and slowed him up first.
Yeah, I want to say that was Chooks getting back there, just getting the legs, and then everyone else coming up over top to bring Guzman down.
So a gain of 3 from the Pirate 41. Handoff up the middle and to the 35-yard line. Guzman on the carry. And Dietrich is still in the quarterback. 3rd and 1. Big play here. They're probably in 4-down territory at the 35, but I'd like to see them get the 4th down first.
Southwestern D-line needs to dig in here. Really need to try and get a push back on this offensive line.
3rd down and 1 from the 35-yard line. Dietrich to Guzman. He's going to have the first down or more inside the 30. They're going to say he touched down at the 30. So we need a 1, picked up 5. The chains will move. First down for TLU.
And right now, Guzman's not even being touched until he's about 2 yards past the line of scrimmage. There's just a really good push now from this offensive line from TLU. I know I'm saying that a lot, but it's what they're doing right now.
Yeah, he's getting into that second level pretty easily.
So first down from the Pirate 30.
You never like it when your DBs and linebackers are the ones that have to make the tackle.
Right. And a nice cut back again inside the 25 to the 20 to the 15 down to about the 13-yard line. That was Torrey Brooks, a sophomore running back on the carry. Pirates had him trapped in the backfield, but he was able to cut back and reverse field, and a nice pickup.
And that time there, an example of the Pirates going way too far upfield, allowing the cutback lane to open up. And Fields found it and took advantage of it. First down for the Bulldogs.
On the move again at the Southwestern 14-yard line. Dietrich in the shotgun. Hand off right side, Brooks again. To the 10, to the 5, into the end zone, touchdown. Boy, they're just making it look way too easy right now.
Yeah, Brooks was untouched heading into the end zone there. You thought maybe you'd get a holding call at the top of the screen.
Yep.
But no, Brooks found the end zone untouched. Just simple run play to the right side that just sprung out into the open.
But the Southwestern defender was sure gesturing like he thought he had been held. Low snap, good hold, kick is up. And with 12:41 to go in the first half, Pirates now trail it by 11, 14-3. And it's going to be up to this offense to keep pace here.
Yeah, it's a big drive incoming for the offense. Have to go down the field, put a touchdown on the board here. There's no doubt about it. A field goal would be nice again, but right now a touchdown keeps you in this game longer.
I think what's probably frustrating the defense more than anything, they know they're going to run the football.
Yeah.
And they're still not able to stop it right now.
But the thing is, when you can run the football this effectively so early, it wears down that defense so quickly. So that's a bad sign for this Pirates defense if our defensive line, who's 8 deep, is already getting worn down.
Well, it's also a psychological. Like you talked about, it wears you down both physically and mentally.
Yeah, because it becomes, how can I stop these guys? What can I do? And at some point or another, you're just telling yourself, I don't think there's anything I can do. And as an offensive lineman, as a former one, that's exactly what you want the defense to think.
Exactly. That's why you just got to play the play in front of you.
Looks like there's an injury on the field. That's why we're taking a break here.
Oh, I see it now over on the far sideline, yep. I thought, was there a TV timeout? But we're as close to TV as it gets, so that's not it.
They got YouTube on TVs now, Merrill.
That's true.
It's a lineman. Number 72, Cam Ross. Maybe went down with the cramp over there as he was coming off the field.
He's walking a little gingerly.
Great shot there by Dalton of getting the offensive group down there together. Defensive groups. I think that's the defensive group. Getting them down there talking about it. How can we get better? What are you guys seeing? This is where they ask the players, what are you seeing out there? Got to get their input as well.
So the kickoff to come here from the 35-yard line. 12:41 to go first half. And that kickoff is just caught inside the pylon. Phillips was there. Case took a weird bounce, but instead of angling out of bounds for the penalty, it gets into the end zone touchback. First down and 10, Pirates at their own 25-yard line.
So as the Pirates come back out, look to continue establishing that running game. They've seen some glimpses of the passing game work with Williams getting behind the defender, but really it's all about that run game right now and needing to establish that.
You know, that was Coach Creasel over there talking to his defense.
Yeah, he's got that defensive-minded attitude there. Defensive coordinator before taking over as head coach. So trying to get those guys fired up here to make a stop. Now it's the offense's turn. First down at the 25-yard line. Smith in the shotgun with Williams. And he's going to tuck it under and run to the right side. Nifty move, and looking for running him and cannot find much. Maybe reached the ball out to pick up a yard at the 26, depending on where he stepped out of bounds. But just too many guys in white shirts in the backfield. First one there, Tyler Littleton. But there's always 2 or 3 guys around, TJ.
And it's really just they're staying on their assignment role. They're not following for the fakes. They're not going after anything that's not part of their job. They're just doing a really good job of keeping the Southwestern offense at bay by simply doing their job.
I'd like to see them maybe add some wide receivers coming across, giving him a short route, medium route, and long, deep route while he's also trying to run out there.
Williams in the shotgun again. 2nd and 10. He stepped out of bounds before extending the arm, so no gain in that previous play. 2nd and 10. Good play fake, and this time bounced to the outside up to the 30, and digging for more. Finally hit out of bounds at about the 32-yard line. And that'll be a 7-yard pickup. Makes this a manageable 3rd down play coming up.
Yeah, good job there by Smith just finding what he could. I mean, that play was almost broken from the beginning, and Smith pulls it, follows his blocks, and gets a good positive gain.
Yeah, he made the right decision there for sure. That defensive end came up and hit right at the line, running back. So good decision to tuck in and run.
And one thing I'm noticing, too, this Southwestern offensive line, at least from recognizing the blitzes, is doing a really good job of that. Their new center coming in, Matt Diastatis, his first game back from injury. He's calling everything out and making sure everyone's on the same page. Good job by them.
Big 3rd down here. Do not want to turn it back over to TLU. 3rd and 3 from the 32-yard line, and whistles blow, and that's not going to help. A legal snap. Don't see that call very often.
Yeah, that's a new one.
You would think by definition, when he moves the ball, that's a snap.
Yeah, typically, that's how it goes. I'm not too sure on that one.
So 3rd down and 8 instead of 3rd and 3. That changes things here back at the 27-yard line. Smith hit as he throws it, dumps it off underneath, makes the first man miss, but wrapped up at the 31-yard line. Good work by Graydon Thompson to make the first guy miss, but couldn't get by the second one. And it's a 4th and 4, and the Pirates left to punt it away.
And the Pirates, just wide receivers, weren't able to get on that block over there with the pressure coming to Smith. He had to get the ball a little bit quicker than he wanted to, and that didn't allow the blocks to develop. And because of that, the play is made, and the Pirates have to punt here.
It's also a 1st down if you don't have the penalty.
That's true. Great point.
Just got it. You can't make those mistakes.
And that's not what the Pirates needed, too, from a defensive perspective, because now after a 3 and out, the defense has to go back on the field quickly.
High end over end punt, and dangerous catch to the 30, trying to reverse field. Giving ground to the 30 again. Now steps up to the 35-yard line and escorted out of bounds. Justin Navarro on the return.
And there is a flag at the top.
There is a flag on the far side, yeah.
On the return.
This is a late hit. That's going to hurt the Pirates tremendously.
Not much going right now for Southwestern. Instead of the 34-yard line, that's a 15-yard tack on. It'll be up to the 49.
Just shooting themselves in the foot right now. It's something we haven't seen from the Pirates so far this year. Penalties hurting them, turnovers hurting them, but right now, TLU taking advantage of all these Pirate mistakes so far.
10-17 to go first half. First down and 10 Bulldogs from their own 49-yard line. Dietrich, handoff right side, Guzman. And ridden down to the turf in Pirate territory at about the 48-yard line. So a gain of 4. Second down and 6 coming up.
And one thing Guzman is doing really well is he abandons the play quickly. If it's not, he doesn't think it's going to work. He just finds the hole, gets the yards, lives to fight another down, and just really help his team out. And right now, that's going to help his team just getting those little positive gains like that.
Second down and 6 from the Pirate 47. Dropping back, Dietrich. Hit as he throws it, and the pass is incomplete, I believe. His helmet came off, and that threw me, but falls incomplete. And again, third down, chance to get off the field here. Pirates need this not only for practical purposes to get the football back, they just need it for the psychology here.
Yeah, it's all about momentum, and right now this Pirates defense will take any of it however they can. Very surprised, actually, TLU went to the passing game there just because of how good their run has done so far today.
Trying to get the fans into it.
Guzman lined up to the left of Dietrich on a third down and 6. Now receiver coming in motion. Rolling left. Looking, dumps it off underneath, wide open, and a nice catch. Steps out of bounds to Camarillo at the 33-yard line. They look like they've been doing it forever.
Yeah.
Well, they had 7 guys in the box. And
they were bringing the house.
Yep.
And no one got there. A good job by Dietrich just rolling out, and no one on Camarillo as he was wide open there with the simple curl route, and first down Bulldogs.
Ball spotted at the Pirate 32-yard line after that first down pickup. Clock moving again, 9:19 to go. 2 receivers right, 1 to the near side. Dietrich, straight ahead handoff. And Guzman trips up this time and still managed to pick up a yard on the play, but second down and 9.
A lot of slipping here tonight,
Yeah.
Merle. I wonder what the field conditions look like down there. We might want to ask Michael next time out, next chance we get.
Yeah, see if Michael will get out there and try to cut
Yeah.
to the right.
I would pay money. Second and 9 at the 31-yard line. 2 receivers right, 1 to the near side.
Got to make a play here.
Dietrich dropping back. Pressure coming, picked up, batted down. There's your play. Didn't see who got the big meat hook up there. Did you see it, TJ?
I didn't. I want to say it was either Jalen Levine, number 10, or Chooks there on the outside.
It sets up a 3rd and 9. Third and 9 from the Pirate 31.
Last time they were in this situation, they had the rollout to the left side, found the simple curl route. Pirates brought the blitz. Let's see what they want to do here. They want to stay home, sit in zone coverage.
Dropping back, Dietrich. Pass over to the left side, complete to the 27. Steps up inside the 25, down to the 24. It's going to be about 2 yards shy of the first down. I bet they go for it here. Camarillo on the reception sets up a 4th and 2 from the 24.
Yeah, just getting those 8 yards back right there, that's so big for this TLU offense because we know how effective their run game has been. So in doing that and just sitting in man coverage, soft man at that allows this Bulldog offense now to have four downs.
It also looked like it caught Southwestern by surprise a little bit. Their defensive line was still kind of shifting around.
Yeah, they weren't set.
Well, they're packing the middle here, 3 in the A gap.
4th down and 2. Dietrich rolling right. Cutting it back up, and the second effort, I think, got him there. Down to the 21, needed 2, managed to pick up 3.
Man, he lowered his shoulder.
He did.
You want to talk about earning the respect of your team as a freshman quarterback. That's how you do it right there, a 4th and 2 situation. You're rolling out to pass the ball to the right side. You don't see anything. You make the decision quickly to run it up, get the first down by lowering your shoulder. That gets you that respect.
6'1", 205 pounds, and all of that weight was in that right shoulder to pick it up on 4th down. Hard snap count, but the Pirates get back.
And when you're a freshman, you're kind of crazy, right?
Right. You don't know what you don't know.
That's right.
Play action pass. Left side, threw it behind Camarillo that time, and sets up a 2nd down and 10. Stops the clock with 7:05 to go first half. And wholesale substitutions, TJ. Here's part of that, TJ. This is part of that depth they're talking about.
Yeah, just that incomplete pass there allows the Southwestern defense to get a fresh set of bodies out there on the D-line. And with how much TLU has been passing, at least on this drive, that's going to be good. Just so you can get a little bit more pressure a little bit quicker.
One receiver right, one to the near side. 2nd down and 10 from the Pirate 21. Dietrich handoff, Guzman right side, trying to get the corner turn, and does inside the 15, has the 1st down and more. Probably going to be a 1st and goal inside the 10 of the 9.
Having so much success getting to the outside.
I was going to say these outside runs are going to be very fruitful for this Bulldog offense. They're finding success inside as well, but outside, when they get the Turner corn and they get that defensive end hooked, they're getting a lot of yards out of it.
Southwestern needs a turnover here. 1st and goal from the 9. Or that. No, it'd be somehow Guzman got free. Now he's in trouble. Going to be dropped back at the 22-yard line. And a great 2nd and 3rd effort for the Pirates.
That was Houston Forrester coming right through the line there, Merle. Made first contact, and to your point, kept going, kept the effort up, and made the tackle on Guzman after that 3rd try. And that's a huge loss right there, almost 11 full yards now that the Bulldogs have to deal with.
2nd down and goal from the 21. Dietrich, play action. In trouble. Now rolling to his left. Flag comes flying in, rolling back to his right. Given ground, stepping up to the 25 to the 20, and slides down at the 16-yard line. A lot of running around for 3 yards, but this should be a holding call.
Likely will be holding. I don't think there were any hands to the face that could hurt the Southwestern team. But Dietrich evading all the pressure. Oh, my goodness.
Holding. Offense, number 78. 10-yard penalty. Repeat 2nd down. So after having 1st and goal at the 9, they're going backwards for a change. Now you just can't let them off the hook.
And no stupid penalties here for Southwestern. Keep everything in front of you, because just knowing that it's 4th and goal from the 30 now, you have a lot. 2nd and goal from the 30.
Wishful thinking.
Yeah, I wish. Maybe I'm just predicting the future here, bro.
There you go. 2nd and goal for TLU from the Pirate 30s. 5:29 to go first half, down by 11. Dietrich dropping back, pressure coming, dumps it off underneath, complete to the 30, the 25, breaks a tackle at the 20, the outside of the 16-yard line, got a chunk of it back, gain of about 14 yards on just a little dump pass there.
There is a flag, Merle, but it's at the top of the 30, might be offside to the Pirates.
Yeah, they're talking to the Bulldog coaches over there. Usually not a good sign.
So it'd either be 2nd and goal at the 25 or 3rd and goal right around the 13.
Yeah, they're going to decline it. So it's going to be 3rd down from the 13-yard line. So this is a big play right here.
I'm not sure I wouldn't have taken that and gotten the extra down.
I think from TLU's perspective now, that just means that this is 4-down territory for them. Right. They're expecting to get a little bit back here, maybe put it within the 5, and then that's going to allow them to really open up the playbook and maybe try and run one in.
So 3rd down and goal. Dietrich dropping back, looking. Pass over the center of the field and batted away. Great coverage. I think that was J.P. Reyes on the coverage. Reached around and didn't make contact. And it's 4th down, the field goal unit is on.
Yeah, JP has done a really good job so far this year. He's leading the team in tackles, I think. But
yeah, I think you're right.
He's also a really good coverage man. And right there, a great example of it.
Check my notes here. Don't think he's leading it, but he's in the top.
He's tied with Jameer Martin for the lead right now with 20.
And the field goal is up and good. So the Pirates bend, semi-break, but they hold them to a field goal, at least with 4:45 to go. You're down by 14. If, wishful thinking again, if you can get a touchdown here, you get the football to start the second half.
Yeah, this drive is going to be super important for the Pirates, not just taking time off the clock, but to your point, Merrill, putting those points on the board and getting into the halftime down only 1 possession.
Well, and you need something positive. You really do. You need to try to get some momentum going into the locker room so that you can bring it out and get that ball like you talked about to begin the second half.
Because right now, this TLU offense is looking high-powered. They're not looking like how they first started. Those 6 plays. I mean, that interception, I guess, after they put the touchdown on the board, has really ignited their offense.
Yeah, it'd be nice to get a nice kickoff return here. Caleb Schutz, the kicker here, a freshman out of San Antonio Christian. And a line drive, low kick. It's returnable. Up to the 5, to the 10, to the 15, to the 20. Gets a corner turn. And then shoved out of bounds at about the 22-yard line. So that's where the Pirates will start this drive. Leo's Harris Gilliam, the receiver, on the return.
13, Harris Gilliam on the return. Spot the ball at the 22-yard line, 1st and 10, Pirates.
So you're 88 yards away from a touchdown here.
88?
78. University of Texas math.
Hey, as long as it's not a TLU degree, bro. You probably would have said 100.
One receiver left, 2 to the near side. Smith in the shotgun. Play action pass over the center of the field. They got a receiver caught to the 45-40, 35-30, 25-20. That's going to be a touchdown, Southwestern. That'll get it done. Graydon Thompson, the big play guy. And man, Jacob Smith hit him in stride. That didn't take long at all, 14 seconds.
One play, 78 yards, 14 seconds. Just give it to Graydon Thompson. You see how fast he is when he gets into the open field. It was a simple play, a play-action pass right over the middle of the field. Graydon Thompson with the post route. He beats his man in the post route, and once you beat him, it's all the way to the end zone, nothing in front of him. Pirates strike quickly here to make it 17-9.
Got some life back in the crowd as they try to cut it down to a 7-point football game. Good snap and hold. The kick is up. And it's good. So that took all of 14 seconds for Southwestern to get back on the board, 17-10. And it feels like, TJ Baylor, we got a football game again.
And we do, but just to be a little negative, I guess, that doesn't allow your defense to rest.
True.
After that long drive, they
True.
just had to endure. So you get 4 minutes 31 back to TLU to see what they can do with the ball. Your defense goes back out there with hardly any rest. But when you make explosive plays like that, that can fire up a team like no other. That can give motivation to this defense, maybe to create a turnover, whether it be a strip sack, an interception, something to maybe get that ball back to the Pirates offense before the half.
I've yet to see a coach say, go out of bounds because our defense needs more rest.
Yeah, you're going to take them however you can get them.
Right.
What about an onside kick here?
Whoa.
Ooh, that's risky.
That is super risky, but it would definitely catch him by surprise. I'm thinking of what was it, Sean Payton in the Super Bowl against the Colts?
Yeah.
Yep.
The surprise onside kick to start the second half.
If the defense was playing a little bit better, maybe they're up. They're looking for
expecting
it.
something. They were lining up 5 yards from the ball. Can't do that. Talk about that TLU degree.
Yeah, and he does kick it away, but short kick. Fielded at the 17, up to the 20. Lose a little contained, stepping out of bounds at about the 28-yard line is Camarillo, who's been a thorn in the Pirate side in a couple of areas tonight. First down and 10, TLU at the 27-yard line.
Camarillo was the player of the week in the SCAC in week 1. Had 3 catches for 95 yards and a 70-yard touchdown catch. Has over 1,000 yards in his career at TLU as a wide receiver.
Yeah, I saw that, and I was like, didn't he graduate like 3 years ago? Seems like he's been there forever.
Yeah, it's one of those things. TLU has the graduate programs. It's one of the final years of the COVID players.
True.
So Camarillo using all of his years to make the most of it.
First down at the 27-yard line. See if the defense can get a turnover here. Dietrich, handoff right side, and there you go. That'll be a loss back to the 24-yard line.
Whose helmet
Chooks,
came off?
I don't know whose helmet came off, but Chooks Ikwasami took it off.
Yeah, he beat his man on the block and made a great tackle right there. I thought it was Chooks' helmet at first.
I did too.
Which got me a little worried because that would have been a penalty on the Pirates for playing without a helmet on. But luckily enough, Chooks makes the stop, keeps his head on, and that's a loss for the Bulldogs in their first play of this drive.
Yeah, a running back probably didn't want to be after that. It was Cabrante Williams. He loses 2 yards on the play. Second down and 12. Williams goes in motion and a pitch out left side. Guzman up to the 25 to the 30, and much better job of pursuit there by the Pirate defense that time. It was Cam Roberson and Quincy Nevins stacking them up for a 5 or 6 yard pickup. It's going to bring up a critical third down here. Third down, 6. If you get a stop here, TJ, you're going to get the football back.
Yeah, if you're TLU here, do you want to just try and keep the ball on the ground, keep this clock moving, or do you want to try and air it out? You haven't had much success in terms of completing the passes so far through the air. It's a big question coming up here as the clock continues to wind down in the first half.
Dietrich in the shotgun. He's got 3 receivers to his right, 1 to the near side.
How about one of those bad snaps?
Dropping back, looking, stepping up, fires over the center of the field and caught at the midfield stripe and breaking free, knocked out at the 41-yard line. But a big pickup there for the Bulldogs. Hauling that in stride was Brandon Wells.
And right there, the Pirates sitting in cover 4, a simple slant route over the middle into the wide open part of that field. And that's a good play for the Bulldogs that puts them in Pirate territory.
Flips the field at the 41-yard line.
Next play mentality, get in the backfield.
Trips wide right, same formation. Dietrich. Pass left side. Man, batted out the line of scrimmage again. That's the second time we've seen that. I'm pretty sure it was Darrell Bay that knocked that down.
Yeah, it was number 33, Darrell Bay.
Yeah.
Did a great job just jumping up once he saw the eyes of Dietrich go downfield. That's something the Pirates' defensive line has done really well today, Merle, just looking at the eyes of the quarterback and knocking the ball down when they realize he's going to pass it downfield.
Well, and they're trying to get the ball out of his hands pretty quick, so
Yeah.
you got to get those hands up quickly. So good job by the defensive line there.
Second down and 10 from the Pirate 41. Dietrich, handoff up the middle, Guzman, and he's going to be stacked up at about the 37-yard line. Gain of about 4, got a good push, and sets up a 3rd and 6, probably in 4-down territory from the Pirate 37-yard line.
See here if TLU wants to just drain this clock down all the way to the 2-minute timeout. 3rd and 6 here. It'll be an interesting play call coming up.
Yeah, they don't have to snap it if they don't want to.
Attention fans, Nia Cannon, if you're missing your driver's license, please go to the home side to pick up your driver's license. Nia Cannon.
And the clock is ticking down, and I think we are going to reach the 2-minute timeout. So 2-minute timeout. Let's go ahead and take a quick break here, Trey. When we come back, we'll be back for the final 2 minutes of the half. 17-10 Pirates trail Southwestern football on the Vype Live Network. Third down and 7 after the 2-minute timeout. 2 receivers right, 2 to the near side. Ball spotted on the Pirate 37-yard line. Dietrich, low snap, plucks it off the carpet. Hit, sack! Shooks got in the backfield and introduced himself on a huge play when the Pirates needed it most.
His second sack of the game, and that's a huge one right there, Merle. Beats his guy off the snap. Dietrich didn't see him coming on the blind side. And Shooks did the rest, bringing him down, and now a long 4th down play coming up. Likely, if you're TLU here, you'd probably punt it to pin Southwestern back deep. Very surprised the Pirates aren't taking a timeout here to stop the clock. But no, it looks like the Bulldogs are going to keep the offense out there.
Interesting. So 4th down coming up. 4th and 13 from the 44. Dietrich, play action again, looking. Fires over to the right side, caught, got to make the tackle, and they do. It'll be a turnover on downs. And man, TJ, I'm surprised the Pirates didn't take the timeout, but the fact they threw it out there, and that gives the Pirates great field position.
You know, Merle, I thought it was going to be a bit of gamesmanship. They kept the offense out there so that the Pirates didn't call the timeout because they expected them just to waste it at that point. No, the Bulldogs ended up going for it. I thought that they were going to call timeout themselves with about a second left on the play clock. But no, very surprised with that, especially that throw. It's now a short field for the Pirates with a minute 12 left and all three timeouts in their back pocket.
Yep, all 3 timeouts. First down at the Pirate 41-yard line. Even if you get 3 points out of this, it's almost a gifted 3.
And we just saw how quickly they could score on their last drive. So, I mean, they might not even need the full 1 minute 12.
So 1 receiver left, 2 to the near side. Jacob Smith, the former Bulldog, making the start tonight in place of the injured Jackson Sims. And fires over to the right side. Tipped up in the air, and nice job by Smith just to swat it down, make sure that that's not picked off.
Smith's pass, batted down.
Kind of wanted him to try and catch that, Merle.
I did too.
Take off running.
Second down and 10 coming up from the 41-yard line with 1:07 to go. That did stop the clock. 1 receiver left, 2 to the near side. Smith dropping back, rolling to his right. Got some running room. He's going to tuck it under and steps up out across the 45 to the 47-yard line. Picked up about 7 yards on the play. Brings up a man. 3rd down and 3. 55 seconds. Clock is still moving.
And Smith had a guy open downfield. It was Graydon Thompson going back on a curl route. He's going to look back at that film and wish he would have threw it to him. Surprised
Interesting
again.
not taking a timeout.
Yeah, I was going to say the same thing.
3rd and 3. 2 receivers left, 1 to the near side. Down to 38 seconds left in the half. Dropping back. Smith steps up, bounces it to the left, and he does not get there. He needed 3, picked up 2. Now I think we might see our timeout, but not yet. 4th down.
No timeout from either team. They might just let this one trickle out.
Down to 14 seconds.
Yeah, that's all head coach. He telling them no.
I think he's going to call the timeout with 1 second left and maybe take a shot.
Maybe. I mean, you have Coach Mass right behind Coach Criss.
Yeah, there's your timeout.
Coach Bishop was going right in front of him, too. So the Pirates just letting the clock run down, calling the timeout so they can get the last play off.
Speaking of Coach Mask, coming up at halftime, I sat down with the former Pirate quarterback, as I like to call him, and now offensive coordinator, Coach Nick Mask. Had a good conversation with him. We'll get that at halftime. We'll get you caught up on SAA scores, maybe some top 25 scores, get you halftime stats. We got you covered at halftime. 3 seconds away.
Got everything you need on Vype, Merle. You don't need to watch any other types
That's right.
of broadcast. The best broadcast in all of Texas and all of America is right here on Vype.
All we need is a new set of glasses for me.
That's
what I get for trying to extend it that extra year.
We'll mark it as a business expense, Merle.
there you go.
Tax write-off.
So what do you do here? You take a shot, 4th down and 1. I mean,
yeah, might as well at this point. I think you just go 4 verts deep, leave the running back if you need to block. But you see here, TLU, they're setting a 3-man rush, playing that prevent defense.
Yeah.
But we know the arm of Jacob Smith. He can get it there.
So here we go. 1 receiver left, trips here to the near side. Smith dropping back. They're rushing 3, picked up nicely. Now Smith rolling to his right. Going for it all. Center of the field, jump ball. Batted up in the air, caught to the 10, but that is going to be it. He threw it as far as he could throw it, and Samuel Williams, the tight end, hauled it in, but just couldn't break free, and that's how the first half is going to come to an end.
It'll help the stats, but won't do much more than that, Merle.
Right. So that is your end of your first half, 17-10. And I'm not sure if we got Michael back or not.
Well, I think what he's going to do is I asked him to maybe try to get with Coach and ask him a couple of questions and then go to us afterwards. But I don't think we'll be able to hear him, but we can try.
So, all right, Michael, go ahead and take it away, and we'll see what we get here.
Yeah, I think he's going to ask him some questions, and then we'll be able to go to him afterwards, and he'll just use his phone to talk to us.
Oh, I got you. Okay,
since we've lost the microphone.
We lost the microphone, so he'll summarize what Coach Kriesel said. What a you know, it was looking pretty sad there for a while. And all of a sudden, the Pirates kind of caught fire. They get the big touchdown to Graydon Thompson, and the defense makes a stand and had a shot there at the end.
Yeah, when you think of that first half, it's really broken down into 3 parts. You have the first 2 drives by both teams, really nothing happening. You have the Pirates then starting the next part, that second one with the interception. That was where TLU really took over. They had momentum. And then the third part where the Pirates were able to get momentum back themselves. They had a great stop on defense, just allowing the field goal. Then they had the long 78-yard touchdown pass to Graydon Thompson. That was that third and final part. So, I mean, really, when you think about it, the first half showed you everything you expected, really. A hard-hitting, run-heavy game, and then some explosive plays from the passing game.
All right, so interview is concluded. Yeah, the cheerleaders entertain the crowd here. Tell you what, that really brought the crowd back into the
No, it definitely did. It was one of those things that TLU was driving so much that you talked about the snooze fest almost. That This crowd was definitely out of it. It was one of those things that you needed something to spark them up. Great defensive play, and then a long touchdown pass would do exactly that.
Yeah, he may not be able to hear us with all the music going on. You wave your hand to us, Michael, if you can hear us. All right.
All right. Well,
so let us know what your conversation with Coach.
Just talking with Coach Criss, real quick. He was excited to get back in the locker room. I mentioned during the second quarter break how the team was waiting to react and not respond. And that big play to Grayson, as he just mentioned, that's all they needed. They needed that to show the team that they can respond. And now he said, as they go into the locker room, a lot to build on, and they want that ball real bad when the second half begins.
Well, awesome job ad-libbing down there. Sorry the ear pods went away, but, you know, we adapt and adjust and make it work.
And just in response to me being on the field, I want to remind everyone, as my dad always told me, I probably still have more moves than a bowl of Jell-O. So there you go.
That's why you don't get hit, right?
Exactly. Exactly.
So I'm going to wake up at about 3 o'clock in the morning with that image in my head. Some things you just can't unsee.
Y'all are very welcome.
You're thinking of it as a negative. It might be a positive.
That's
Who knows?
Thank you, Michael Rose, down on the sidelines. He's Trey's partner with McNeil Football here on Vype Live on Friday nights. They lost a tough one last night to Round Rock. So, quick first half observations, then we'll go straight to the interview with Coach Mass and make sure that we get that all in.
I think, going into the half, Pirates need to just focus on continuing to extinguish that run game for the Bulldogs and then do a little bit more on their end from the running perspective. Keep relying on that explosive play. We've seen the arm so far of Smith, and it's really, really good, especially on those deep passes. So if you establish that run game, that's something you can definitely start to attack in the second half is the deep pass.
Trey, your thoughts?
Yeah, I think he's spot on there. I think that we definitely want some kind of momentum coming into the second half. So, I was a little surprised they didn't call the timeout, try to get something there. But, probably wanted to get into the locker room, start talking to his kids, start talking to his coaches, try to get some ideas on what might work. But I think there was a lot of positive there, and I think the defense had a much better second quarter than they did in the first.
And I think that's the key right there. I think maybe in the back of his mind he's thinking, we've got the momentum right now. If we try to get too tricky here, we make a mistake, we give that all up. We're doing okay. If we can take a shot in the end zone, that's great. But if we'll get the ball to start the second, it's a long game.
Yeah, because you never know what you don't know, right? TLU could have easily gotten the ball back if we did call timeout with a minute left maybe, and they could have drove down quickly. You never know what could have happened. So to all y'all's points, I think that was the right decision. And we'll come back in the half and make everything better.
How about Smith's arm?
Man,
I love it.
Yeah, that was a nice throw.
So 17-10 your score here at the end of the first half. We are going to go maybe take a quick break for a minute or two and then go straight to the interview with assistant head coach and offensive coordinator Nick Mask. That's coming up next. Halftime here from Birkelbach Field, 17-10, Texas Lutheran on top, Southwestern Pirates football on the Vype Live Network. Tonight we're pleased to be joined by a very special guest here, the original quarterback of Southwestern football. A lot of people don't know that, but one of the original Pirates, currently the assistant coach and offensive coordinator of Southwestern, Coach Dick Mass. Coach, good to see you again.
It's good to see you too, Merle. I'm excited to be here with you today.
Well, I joked just a minute ago about you being the original quarterback of Southwestern football. For fans who don't know, maybe newer Pirate fans, when the program started, there were about 9 guys on the team, and they were out there practicing what is now a parking lot. Coach Mask was the quarterback. Talk about those early days a little bit.
Yes, sir. It's as each year goes by, it's a lot of fun to really get to reflect, especially when we have alumni that come back. But it's crazy to see, and I've been fortunate to be a part of the program every year that we've had the program here. So really getting an opportunity to see the growth of the program since 2012.
Right.
I mean, that year we only had 9 to 11 guys, and we were just doing individual drill practices for a whole year, and now getting to see the growth of it's been really exciting.
And for the first Pirate Senior Day, you were it. It was the shortest senior day in history, high school or college.
That's right. I always love to joke. It was short and sweet for all the fans. I got out there with my parents. They announced me, and then we went back to play ball.
That's right. Well, you have found your way back here, and as it turns out, the first of many Pirates over the past few years to start out as a player and come back and join the coaching staff. Talk about that process a little bit. What drew you back to Southwestern?
Well, to be completely honest, it was really the only job offer I had at the time. I graduated in December, went back home to Colorado where my parents were living at the time,
right.
Was really just looking for coaching jobs.
Mm-hmm.
And I came back here for graduation in May and told Coach Austin, I said, there's not a lot of promise right now, so there is a potential for me to be back in the Austin area.
Mm-hmm.
Would love to just come volunteer if that's an option. And he said absolutely. And when less than a week later, he called me, and we actually had a full-time job that opened up.
Cool.
And been fortunate to be here ever since. And as you said, it's been really fun to add Coach Bishop over the years. This last year, adding Coach Brian Hicks and Coach Andrew Young to the staff. And again, we've even got some volunteer coaches in. Ethan Powell is a former athlete for us. Alex Fond is a former offensive lineman for us as a part-time role. So we've got a heavy alumni influence in the coaching staff.
I talked to Coach Kriesel about that last week. I don't think you see that a lot in other places. You might have one or so, but to have so many guys coming back, I guess Pirates football kind of gets in your blood, right?
It does, and I think that's one of the special things about Division III is again, you really have a real tie to the school because you've invested so much, and I think that it does speak volumes to Coach Kriesel, to the program as a whole, that all these alumni do want to come back and find ways to be a part of it. We even have alumni that, even not in coaching roles, but have been more active in being around and are constantly trying to find ways to be involved in the program.
Was it weird at first because you were so much closer in age to those guys that first year or two? Was that weird at first for you, and how has it changed as you've kind of settled in and there's been a little bit of separation now?
I think it was weird at very first. As you get through the season, you get a lot more comfortable. I was really fortunate that all of my teammates that I then, got to coach that season, really respected the position more than anything and respected the work that I had put into that position. Kind of a small story here. So Dylan Wilburn was a senior running back that year, and I was the running backs coach. I actually roomed with Dylan when I was a player here, and we were best friends. And he was one of the first guys to call me when I got the job, and he, without even saying anything before that, said, I want you to know, hey, when we're in the football facility, when we're at practice, it's Coach Mask. You've earned that. And so I think that took a lot of the pressure off to try and find that balance of I could just kind of be myself in that role. And the way I saw it in those early years was really just trying to bridge the message and the voice between the older coaches on the staff, the leaders on the staff, to the players. And as I've moved up in that role, now we have younger alumni that have come in and are kind of taking over that role as well.
Well, let's talk about the transition a little bit. I talked to Coach Kriesel last year when Coach Austin stepped aside and Coach Kriesel coming in. He was very, I think, happy with the fact that there were so many coaches that stuck around and helped ease that transition. Talk about that process.
Again, I think that was something that helped the overall stability is when that was announced is really that day when Coach Austin let us know, even before we knew who was going to ultimately be named the head coach or the interim head coach. All of us said, hey, you know what, we're here, we're sticking together, through the season, and as long as they'll let it have us, we're going to be here. So again, it was a really special opportunity. Again, I was super excited for Coach Kriesel to be named the head coach, and he's been a rock of this program for a really long time, and it's well deserved. And again, I think we all were even a little bit more motivated to to see it through. That he had that success as the head coach, and again, we were just really excited about getting rallied behind him.
Well, what are some of your roles now as an assistant coach and as an offensive coordinator?
Yep, so I'm Coach Crizzle's assistant head coach, which gives me a lot of opportunities to kind of see behind the scenes of what he has to deal with on a day-to-day basis. And then from an offensive coordinator standpoint, this is my first year as the full offensive coordinator. I've been the co-offensive coordinator for the last few years with Tom Ross before he retired. And I think, again, what was really great about that role is Coach Ross gave me a lot of opportunities to lead as the offensive coordinator, while at the same time kind of giving me a mentor and kind of giving me some guidance into how to really attack the role, so that this year being in the full-time role for the first time, it doesn't really feel new. It does feel like kind of business as usual, but again, understanding that all of it now falls on me from an offensive standpoint, and just making sure that from the top down that we have a lot of unity in terms of how we're approaching it week to week. What's our game plan? What do we want to attack as a coaching staff? And then really trying to let those coaches, similar to how Coach Ross, let me kind of find myself in my role and allow those guys to find themselves in their roles and have big parts in what we do.
Well, talk about your offense a little bit. 51 points, that's a pretty good place to start from. But even in week number one, a lot of nice plays. Seems like a much more vertical passing game maybe than we've seen in the past year at Southwestern. Talk about that a little bit.
Yes, sir. So a big emphasis for us this last offseason was we really have to increase our pass efficiency more than anything. Again, we led the conference in rushing last year, which was a really great mark, but we were lower end on the passing efficiency, so it wasn't a very balanced attack. So for us, it was how do we continue to run the football successfully? How do we continue to be a power running football team? But keep our quarterbacks, keep our receivers in rhythm, build around the things that they do really well. So we placed a big emphasis this spring in terms of a lot of our drop back quick passing game, still building around our verticals concepts. And again, that's one of the great things is when you can run the ball dominantly at times, you really open up those one-on-one matchups on the back end. And, not only just from a schematic standpoint, but all of our players have really stepped up into those roles. Graydon Thompson is now back-to-back 100 yards receiver games. Jackson Sims has done really, really well these first 2 weeks as our starting quarterback, really distributing the football well. We've got some other receivers that are, slowly starting to chip away at some different roles there. So, it's been fun to see the offensive passing attack come together. And so, as we go into TOU this week and then the bye week, that next week, hopefully we've got things running full speed once we get into the bye week.
Well, you kind of led into my last question here. With all that talent, with all those receivers, we've got two really, really good quarterbacks. We've got a deep running room. How do you keep everybody happy? You kind of touched on it. People forget college ball, unlike high school, it's almost like an extra quarter. That provides a little extra time to get some guys some touches, right?
It does, and again, for us, when we go into a game, we're constantly trying to say, okay, how do we get certain players the most? Again, Graydon as our number one receiver with the running backs we have in the room. Okay, hey, we have to game plan to get them touches. We got to feed our studs. But at the same time, how do we distribute the football to other areas of the field that the defense constantly has to at least account for them play to play. Again, we've been really fortunate with the players that we have buying into our culture. On the offensive side, we talk about consistent grit.
Yeah.
And for us, grit is an acronym in the T, and that is a team mentality, a team unit mentality. And our players have bought into that wholly, understanding that, hey, some games, it's going to be Graydon's day.
Right.
Last week it was Tyson's game in the running back room, but every week somebody's going to get called on, somebody's going to have to step up. And our players have really bought into that, and it's really a credit to them in the work ethic and the commitment to that, and to just consistently having that team mentality, so that we can feature everybody when their time comes.
Well, we talked about the past, we talked about the present. What's in the future? I would assume you would like to take over a head coaching position, either here or somewhere else down the road. What's ahead for you? What are you looking forward to?
Absolutely. Well, at some point, that's really the next step for me, is really trying to find a
World pros.
a head coaching job probably at a small program like Southwestern. With that said, with the changes that we've had, with the upcoming new stadium, with the way that our recruiting is going lately, there's real no rush. Right. I feel very fortunate that I am getting a lot of experience in that head coaching type role as the assistant head coach under Coach Kriesel. My wife loves being in Georgetown. My 4-year-old is starting to get really comfortable here. So there's real no rush to leave, but at the same time, I think everybody kind of understands that's down the road for us. But right now, ultimately the focus is this year and really kind of flipping the script in this first full year with the new leadership and really just seeing how much we can springboard this program over the next couple of years.
It's kind of like a football season, one game at a time.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Always.
Well, anything else you want to add? Any shout outs you want to give here before I let you go?
I do. Again, I know they shout out to you guys on the broadcast, so I have to shout out my dad and my grandfather, both Bob Mask, for always tuning in. And, again, thank you to my wife, Allie Mask, and for supporting me and letting me do this. And, just again, thank you to the entire Southwestern community, all Pirates fans, all the alumni. Again, you're what makes this program special. And just super excited to continue to bring you a program that you guys can be proud of.
Well, awesome job catching up with you again. It's been fun watching that thing all develop over the years, and good luck this season.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate it.
All right. Offensive coordinator, assistant head coach Nick Mask here, our guest. We'll take a break and be right back. You're watching Southwestern Pirates football on the Vype Live Network. And welcome back to Birkelbach Field. We are at halftime, 17-13. Southwestern trailing the Texas Lutheran Bulldogs. Merle, TJ, Trey, Dalton, Michael, Skyler. The gang's all here. We even had TJ Vela, Coach Austin side. And Coach poked his head in there a moment ago. It was good to see him.
Yeah, definitely good to see him, the starter here, the founder essentially of the modern era of Pirate football. Always a great pleasure to have him here.
Well, the first half stats, kind of what we expected. 17-10 your score. First downs 10-5 in favor of TLU. 87 yards on 23 carries for the Bulldogs. 47 yards on 15 carries for Southwestern. Disappointing, I think, that the Pirates haven't been able to get the running game going a little bit better.
Yeah, that's something that we've obviously talked about all year with them being a run-first team. That's their emphasis, running the ball well, pushing the other team around, and just wearing them out. Here today, you haven't been able to do that with this experienced TLU defensive line, and kudos to them. They haven't allowed us to bully them around, so that's something that I know going into half, that was a big emphasis coming back out.
Other side of the coin, the Pirates 174 yards through the air versus 93 for Texas Lutheran. Of course, most of that coming on the two big pass plays, the one to Graydon Thompson and the big play there at the half, right before the half. But Pirates have shown that they can move the ball through the air. That's important.
Yeah, they've cracked the armor of this TLU defense, I think, more than they've had so far all year, and it's just a matter of now continuing that momentum, continuing to crack that armor, and here in the second half, having momentum and sustaining it the whole time.
Time of possession, 16:07 to 13:53, favoring TLU. Weston Guzman, 13 carries for 64 yards. Reese Dietrich, 6 out of 11 for 93 yards. He's been sacked once. For the Pirates, Jacob Smith, 8 carries for 38 yards. He's the leading rusher, so you got your quarterback as your leading rusher. That's not particularly what they wanted. 6 out of 9 with an interception, 174 yards and a touchdown for Smith. And, look at the rushing yards, and it's just not where the Pirates need it to be, but hopefully they can get it together here in the second half. Well,
you look at the second leading rusher, it's Graydon Thompson, Merle. So he's your wide receiver. Tyson Williams, the only running back so far to have any type of positive yards for this Pirates, who have a running back room that is 3 deep. We haven't seen much of Devin Phillips out there. We haven't seen any of Deuce Baylor. His name is Deuce, but it's Devin Baylor, sorry. But we haven't seen him at all here tonight, so that'll be something interesting as we start here in the second half. Are we going to see more of them? Are we going to see more variety in that Pirates backfield?
So do you think it's their defense, or do you think that it's likely that we are leaning on the run, right? They knew coming into this game we were going to be doing that because of our quarterback being kind of a rookie, right?
I think it's a mixture of things. When you look at how good this TLU defensive line is,
Yeah.
you got to give them their flowers. They're a really good, experienced defensive line. And two, it's not just the quarterback that's new here on this Pirates offense. It's a lot of newer players on the offensive line that this defensive line is taking advantage of a little bit. So that's where a lot of the push comes in, and I think that's why this running back room isn't seeing the success that we kind of expected from them here so far today.
Right. Pirates will get the football to start the second half. Scores from the SAA were the only game still going on here. Sewanee over North Carolina Wesleyan 33-0. Trinity all over Pacific Lutheran 45-8. Just as a bit of a surprise, Berry falling to Carnegie Mellon 17-9. Center also falling to LaGrange 20-6. And Millsaps knocking off former conference mate Hendricks 41-19. Those are the other scores in the SAA. And I think conference play starts, well, no, everybody's off next week except there's just 2 games next week. So everybody has the bye. The kickoff is going to go to the goal line. Going to be returned by Phillips up to the 5, to the 10, 15. And going to be knocked down there at the 18-yard line. Just trying to make a play. You just never know. Sometimes you're going to break some of those.
Yeah, he probably wishes he would have let that one go back in the end zone for a touchback, but unfortunately for him, not the case. And a little bit deeper field position here for the Pirates to start.
So first down and 10. This is an important first drive, down by 7. Had some momentum heading into the halftime locker room.
And for the Pirates as they come out, it's all about the first down play. When they've had success on their drives, it's all about a positive play on first down. When they haven't had success, they've gone into negative yards or no yards at all, and that really limits them when it comes to the playbook. So right now, this is a big first down play here coming up to start the half.
First down and 10. Pirates moving from left to right at their own 18-yard line. Quarterback Jacob Smith in the shotgun. And handoff right side. Nifty running this time. Probably the best carry of the night for Tyson Williams as he picks up about 5 yards on the play. Second down and 5.
Yeah, Williams, no nonsense right there. Looks at the hole when goes right up in it, doesn't dance around too much. And gets a great first down play there, a 5-yard carry.
Give a shout out and say hello to my mom tuned in from the great state of Illinois.
Hello, Merle's mom.
Great state.
Great state of Illinois. Second down and 5 from the 23-yard line. 2 receivers left, 1 here to the near side. Smith, straight ahead handoff, breaking a tackle, but can't get by the second wave. And Tyson Williams is going to be stacked up for no gain in the play. Sebastian Walker, 345-pounder out of San Antonio Veterans Memorial on the stop. Third down coming up.
And something TLU's had a lot of success with, just sending a lone guy on a blitz and getting through to this Southwestern backfield right there. They don't make the tackle, but they do just enough to stop the run and allow the rest of their defense to come make the play.
Big third down here for the Pirate offense, trying to keep the chains moving. 3rd and 5 from their own 23, first drive of the second half. Low snap. Pass over the left side, caught, and going to be good for the first down to the 32-yard line.
Nice, confident throw.
Yes, Graydon Thompson again on the reception.
And a great job by Tyson Williams picking up the blitzing linebacker, allowing his quarterback Jacob Smith just enough time to have that confident throw. And a good job by Thompson with the possession catch, coming down and past the sticks for the first down.
At the 32-yard line, just underway, 13:09 to go, third quarter, down by 7. Pirates on the move, 1 receiver left, 2 to the near side for Smith. Straight ahead, up the middle, burst free this time and out to the 39-yard line. It looks different, TJ. What have they found that you can see?
It's really just right there up the middle, that center, Matt Diosdados. They went in the locker room, talked with him. Again, he's the leader, the vocal leader on that offensive line. He's not the biggest guy out there. He's not going to move a lot of people very handily, but being a vocal leader like that inspires the rest of your team. They essentially put it on his shoulders like, hey, we got to get this running game going, and it all starts with you.
5'11", 275-pounder. Pick up a 6 on the play. Second down and 4 from the Pirate 38. Smith in the shotgun puts Graydon Thompson in motion. Play action, looking. Now the pocket breaks down. Pump fake. cutting it back up. He'll pick up the first down with his legs, upended at the 45-yard line. Man, oh man, he had one guy to beat, and that one guy got him. That was Owen Garcia, the sophomore defensive back. Pretty good lick there. Otherwise, he might still be running.
I think he took Trey's advice, got a new pair of cleats out there. No slipping on that play. Put his foot in the ground with a stutter step, gets past his defender. Another great first down for the Pirates. Getting a little bit of a drive here going, Merle.
Yeah, all the way out to the 45-yard line. This drive started on the 18.
You were talking about the center. Got to be high IQ, so got some words of advice probably in there during the halftime, seeing something out there.
Trips wide left, one to the near side. Smith, they bring the blitz. Dumps it off left side and going to be knocked down at the 42-yard line. I think they got it out to Samuel Williams. I believe that is number 11. No, it's not.
Complete to number 10, Christian Murray.
Yeah, loss
Christian
of
Murray.
Brought down by number 11, Justin.
That was sniffed out pretty well.
It was almost a perfect play call. You have TLU bringing the blitz, a wide receiver screen on the outside.
Yep.
The one block that needed to happen was right there on that cornerback, but the lineman not able to get there. Cornerback made a great play on the ball, read the screen, made the tackle, and unfortunately for the Pirates, a negative first down play.
So loss of 3 back to the 42. Second and 13. One receiver left, trips here to the near side. Empty back set now for Smith. Steps up, got a lot of running room. He's going to tuck it under again. Bounces back to the outside. What a move. The 50 to the 45. Broke the ankles of the TLU defender. Wow.
That's one you're going to see on the highlight film, Merle. That was disgusting up there on the top of your screen. Jacob Smith, again, he's just reading everything they're giving him from the TLU perspective. It's just simple cover 4. All the routes covered in that last play. And Smith says, okay, I'm going to use my feet once more. That's where he becomes dangerous, using his feet, getting out of the pocket.
That was a beautiful Allen Iverson crossover.
No kidding. Or as my color guy on the Vanderbilt broadcast would say, he teleported to the left. First down to the 45-yard line. Bailed him out. Handoff right side. Bounces to the outside. What a stiff arm by Williams to the 40, to the 35, and stays on his feet, but knocked out of bounds at the 31-yard line. And Tyson Williams is starting to get it going.
That's the Tyson Williams we're used to seeing. The transfer at West Texas A&M. Another example there of why we're so appreciative of him coming to Southwestern. A great run to the outside, stiff arm in his way. You can't bring him down to solo tackles. You got to gang tackle him to bring him down. Another first down for the Pirates offense.
At the TLU 32-yard line. Best drive of the night by far for Southwestern. Remember, the touchdown came on a big pass play. 2 receivers wide left. And off to Williams, up the middle again. Doesn't look like much, but he got it inside the 30. They're going to say they need touchdown at the 30, so he still picked up about 3 yards on the play. Second down and 7.
It doesn't look like much, but it's those little rushing plays that just set up those bigger explosive plays, Merle. And right there, that 2-yard carry. And you have 4 of those, that'll get you 8 yards. But obviously, not the 10 you need. But you have enough of those, you're going to confuse the defense at one point or another.
And really, for the first time tonight, their defense has been on the field for a while, so hopefully Pirates can wear them down a little bit. Play action pass, looking. Got a receiver wide open, left side complete. Oh, incomplete. Came out the last second. In and out of the hands of his intended target out there. And it looks like we got a Bulldog shaken up after that big hit. That was Graydon Thompson. He's not going to drop many, but it took a big hit to knock the ball loose.
Yeah, right there. Probably just thrown a little bit too late on that one without being such a long pass. You had Graydon open a little bit earlier. He wouldn't have gotten hit likely in the air, and he probably would have came down with it.
Injured player shaken up for TLU is Eddie Brown, a senior defensive back out of Cold Spring. Gets up and walks off the field under his own power, but it sets up a big third down here for the Pirates at the 30. 3rd and 7.
If you don't get this here, it'd be a very long field goal, looking at maybe 48 yards.
Yeah.
You're getting close to that Lanham career high range.
So 2 receivers left, 1 on the near side. Keep an eye on that near side receiver. It is Graydon Thompson. Williams in the backfield. Or is that Phillips in the backfield now?
Yeah, it's Phillips.
And quarterback's going to keep it himself. Around the right side, gets a block on the edge, going to have the first down to the 20-yard line. What a block on the near side by Graydon Thompson. He hauled in a long touchdown pass. That is unselfish play to spring Smith for the first down.
Just great blocking there on that right side. You had the right tackle going up, making the block on the linebacker, too. I mean, what a great pull there, too, by Smith. Just reading that end. He saw him crashing in. And no matter if you go after Smith or not, you're not going to catch him just with the speed he has.
First down just outside the red zone at the 20.5-yard line. 2 receivers left, 1 to the near side. Phillips stays in the game, lined up behind Smith in the pistol. Play action. Pass, right side, complete to the 16-yard line and wrestled out of bounds. They get it to Thompson. Just a possession there to pick up 3 yards on the play. Second down, and let's give them 4, 2nd and 6.
I think that was actually Christian Murray, Merle, number 10, the freshman out of Houston, Texas, right there.
Darn it.
Just going over the middle with a simple drag route. But again, a good gain on that first down play, setting this offense up for another second down play incoming.
8:25 to go, third quarter. Pirates on the move. This drive started at their own 18.
Thompson and Murray there at the top of your screen.
Williams back in the game in the backfield.
Man-to-man coverage.
Looks like they're bringing the blitz here.
And whistles blow. The play clock may have expired. It's showing 0. Did they get a timeout? No, they did not. Man, that hurts.
Not what you needed there if you're the Pirates. Had a good drive going, no penalties so far. And that'll push you back past the sticks on the 5-yard delay of game penalty.
So 2nd and 12 from the 22. They've already recovered from 1 second along. We'll need to do it again.
Going to have to go quickly here. Play clock already about to be at 10 seconds.
Five seconds. They get it off. Play action. Stepping up, rolling right, and fires over to the right side. Just got rid of it. As there's good pressure there put on. TLU had number 91, Jared Rogers, tied up with an offensive lineman, and he was just making Smith's life miserable, so Smith just got rid of the football.
Yeah, wise play there by the junior quarterback, just getting rid of it and letting him to fight another down. But a big third down play incoming. Obviously, you're in field goal range, but you want to put a touchdown on the board to try and tie this game up.
Pirates will send 3 receivers split wide to the left, 1 to the near side. On a 3rd and 12 from the 22-yard line of TLU. Empty back set. Smith looking. Quarterback draw. Flag comes down and breaks a tackle, goes down to the 20, and then the helmet comes flying off, and then another flag comes in.
That might be unnecessary roughness.
Yeah, I don't want to say targeting, but yeah, it looked like he was down and then the late contact.
So likely be holding on Southwestern. But then you either have the targeting or unnecessary roughness there on the late hit to Smith. So it'll be interesting how this shakes up.
And it's Smith up.
He was slow to get up, but he is up.
There's a foul by each team on the play. Holding. Offense, number 70. Personal foul. Face mask. Number 30 in the defense. Those penalties offset. Repeat third down.
So after all that, it'll just be 3rd and 12. I was kind of hoping that was going to be one of those post-possession or dead ball fouls.
That's what I was thinking too, but unfortunately, no.
It is a pet peeve of mine that you can have offsetting when one of them is a personal foul.
Yeah, because one of them would have been 10 yards versus the other
That's
being
a good
15.
point. Yeah.
Number 7 can stay in the game since the foul resulted in helmet coming off.
So it will be 3rd and 12 from the 22-yard line, like that previous play never happened.
And that looked like a design run.
No, it was a QB draw, that last play.
Torres split wide left. 3rd down and 12. Play action again. Pass over to the left side and caught, touchdown! Graydon Thompson, I don't know how he got his feet in bounds, and a great throw by Jacob Smith just as he was getting hit.
Just dropped it in.
When are they going to learn their lesson? Man-to-man coverage on Graydon Thompson is never a good idea, Merle. He beats his man on the inside route with just a simple corner. And to your point, Merle, I don't know how he got his feet in there. It was a very close pass, but dropping it in the bucket from that far out with the pressure in your face. Jacob Smith playing like he started every game of his career so far. What a throw.
He looked like the Puget Sound quarterback from last week with those over-the-shoulder dropping it in there.
No kidding.
Big extra point here. Good snap and hold. Kick is up. And it is good. So 7:07 to go. The Pirates come from 14 points down to tie it up 17 all.
Almost an 8-minute drive all the way down the field, 80-plus yards. That's the type of drive you need to have saying, offense, we're putting it on you. We're saying we want to tie this game up. We're going to make a statement. And right there, Jacob Smith and his offense does exactly that. Only a few negative plays on that drive, Merle. You had a couple penalties and then a few first down plays that went on past the sticks. But overall, a very great drive from the Pirates.
Well, and overcoming those penalties.
Yeah.
That's a big deal,
I mean,
right?
3rd and 12 on that touchdown pass. That we've seen many plays here so far, at least this season too, where the Pirates aren't able to get past third and long. And right there, Jacob Smith did exactly that.
And I think he threw it as he got hit.
Yeah.
Right?
He did,
So he kind of threw it off his back foot and just dropped it in. That's a heck of a throw.
I mean, when he threw the ball, I thought he was just kind of throwing it away to get rid of it.
So
The next thing I knew, I saw 18 hauling it in and stepping out of bounds. As a kickoff, it's going to be a short kick. Fielded at the 5, up to the 10 to the 15. To the 20, and good coverage downfield to stack him up at the 20-yard line. I believe that was J.P. Reyes on the stop.
Brought down by J.P. Reyes.
So the Pirate defense will take the field, and the game is tied for the first time since the opening gun. And why is the clock moving? Stopped it now. I must have given it the death stare. And
The play clock or the game clock operator heard you, Merle.
yeah.
Spot ball at the 22-yard line, 1st and 10 Bulldogs.
So 6:53 left to go in this third quarter. Let's see what adjustments the Pirate defense has made here. Played better in that second quarter. Handoff up the middle and bounces it to the right side. Guzman's going to be stacked up at about the 27-yard line. Gain of about 4 on the play, maybe 5. Good second effort by Guzman. Brings up a 2nd and 5.
And for the Pirates, it's really now about just stopping Guzman, stopping that run, because we've seen it. TLU, when they get in those passing situations, they haven't really had much success. The Pirates able to get to the quarterback, 3 sacks so far. So right now, Pirates need to focus on stopping that run and forcing TLU to have to air the ball out.
Reese Dietrich stays in at quarterback. He came on in the third series. He's been in there ever since. Given ground, Guzman is being pursued, and he is going to be swallowed up and dropped for a loss back at the 24-yard line. Pick your Pirate. There were about 3 of them getting up from the bottom of the pile, Jude Balderas, but there were 3 or 4 more involved.
What a play there. Gilbert Anderson, the corner. He had Camarillo blocking him. Camarillo could not handle Anderson. He got upset, so tried to throw Anderson out the play. But Anderson did so well of containing all of that, allowing the pressure and the swarm from this defense to come get him. And now a passing situation here on 3rd down.
3rd and 8 from the 24-yard line.
That was a nice physical play right there. They definitely have some mojo coming into this second half.
Dietrich in the shotgun. Stepping up, fires over the middle, batted up in the air, almost intercepted. Boy, oh boy, that was close. Number 2 with the tip. And number 18 diving for the interception. Is that 18? That's 12 diving for it.
I'm seeing a little swagger out there.
Yep.
And they're playing with a chip on their shoulder right now, and Southwestern's defense forces TLU to start the second half just how they did the first half, a 3 and out. And now momentum swinging a little bit. You can feel it.
DJ James with the tip. And diving for it was Reyes. Didn't come up with it, but it forces a punting unit here. 4th down and 8. Pretty good punt. Fielded at the 34. And spins free to the 35. Gets it up to the 36-yard line. Devin Phillips. And the Pirates, for the first time since early in the ballgame, will take the field with a chance to drive for the lead.
And this is a moment here where Coach Mass, the offensive coordinator, is telling the team, hey, you just saw what you did with the ball in the last drive. Let's do it all over again.
Yeah.
Let's run more time off the clock. Let's put points on the board, and let's put this game away early if we can.
SUPiratesFB@gmail.com. The email, SUPiratesFB@gmail.com.
And something we talked about with our defense in the first half, going out onto the field with limited rest.
Right.
Now this TLU defense has to experience that exact fact.
It's still pretty warm. It's still 90 degrees in Georgetown. 2 receivers left, 1 on the near side. Smith, low snap, straight ahead handoff. And pretty good run up to the 38. And then the rugby scrum gets it up to the 39. They're still pushing forward. They're going to say the 40. So a 2-yard pickup turns into a 4-yard pickup.
Bulldogs trying to
Tyson
say that the ball
Williams.
came out, and they were saying that they have possession now, but they're doing a very good job of acting like they have possession. Just saying, no, I picked up the ball after it fell out.
Nice patience shown there, waiting for his little seam to open up to get through.
Yeah. And you want to talk about a push. I mean, right there, the offensive line for Southwestern got a great push. Williams just followed them, and then the rugby scrum followed.
2 receivers left, one on the near side. 2nd down and 6 from the Pirate 40. Ooh.
Miscommunication again with the snap, and that'll push us back.
Ball start. Offense, number 55. 5-yard penalty. 2nd down.
So that gives up the 4 yards plus 1, 2nd and 11 back at the Pirate 35.
Look at Merle adding.
I did, yeah. And I didn't even have to use my fingers. .445 clock continuing to move. Two receivers left, 2 to the near side for Jacob Smith. Draw play up the middle. Nice run this time. Breaks free, 45-50. Williams diving to the 50-yard line. Perfect play call, TJ.
Williams running like a man possessed right now, Merle. This is the Williams we missed in the first half. A draw play designated for Williams. And you got to go after him full speed. You cannot solo tackle that man. Running through the arm tackles, getting the first down for the Pirates. A perfect play call there on 2nd and long.
Ball spotted now at the 50-yard stripe on the near hash.
And it looked like they had somebody blitzing up the middle there, and he was just able to sidestep that guy.
And what a gap that the right side of the offensive line created, too. A lot of running space for Williams.
Williams off for this play. Phillips takes his spot. 1st down and 10 from the 50-yard stripe. This time it's going to be Smith running. He's got room. 45 to the 40. Near sideline, 35 to the 30. Drugged down from behind to the 27-yard line. Pirates mixing it up. Pick your poison on the ground.
And right there, that's a play the Pirates want you to blitz on. That's just a simple quarterback run to the right side. You have a running back as the lead blocker who already is assigned to that outside linebacker. And so you set it up perfectly for the Pirates right there. And with the speed of Smith, of course he's going to get the first down. It's just a matter of where you're going to tackle him after that. All the way down to the field. Now the Pirates threatening deep in Bulldog territory.
Tyson Williams checks back in at running back. 1st down and 10 at the Bulldog 28. Got to get number 18 on the field. There you go. Thompson and the Tigers. Yeah, this is a good timeout. This is a big drive. Pirates a little late getting the personnel in play. Might be some confusion. So don't make a mistake. Burn your time out here.
Don't need another delay a game penalty that's going to push you back 5 yards. You already got bailed out once by it with the long touchdown throw. You don't want to have it happen again.
Smith playing with a lot of confidence right now. You can just see it in his body language. Has control of his team down there, has control of the game. It's good to see.
And it's bleeding into his teammates. You see with Williams, you see it with the offensive line, Graydon Thompson, all these other guys on the outside, and then it goes over to the other side of the ball.
Right.
The defense playing like that. So right now, this Pirates team playing with that chip on their shoulder, with that Pirate swagger, and hoping here with 2 minutes 57 left in the 3rd quarter to put points on the board.
Well, you and I have talked about it before. The game of football, you really have to have a lot of emotion to be able to get enough of yourself out there on the physicality of it. Seeing that kind of stuff raises that juice up in you and gets you to push just a little bit harder.
Adrenaline can make you do crazy things there, Craig.
So after the timeout, 1st and 10 Pirates at the 28-yard line of TLU. Smith in the gun. And there's that end around to Thompson, trying to get the corner turned, and will dive forward right before he goes out of bounds and maybe pick up a couple yards. TLU doing a good job of stringing that out.
Yeah, Thompson just kind of looking like he's going to go up the middle, looking like it was going to happen, but then kept going outside. Good blocking there on the top of the screen, but really just nowhere for him to go.
They didn't give him anything. I thought he dove to pick up at least a couple, but he may have stepped out of bounds first. So 2nd down and 10 from the 28. Ball on the far side of the field now.
Giving this defense lots of different looks.
That's for sure. Smith. Stop. Rolling to his right. Buys some time. Fires over to the right side. Just has to throw that away. Nearest guy to it was Blake Garcia, but that was just throwing that away.
A fake quarterback draw, Merle.
Yeah.
When have you ever seen that before? That's basically Smith faking like he's going to run the ball after the draw and then ended up trying to pass it. But TLU sending an all-out blitz on that one. Weren't fooled on it, and Smith doing a good job just throwing that one away.
It reminded me a little bit of the Pirates quarterback last year who left the team. He would kind of step up and dip down a little bit and then pull back and throw, but just nobody open. Too much pressure coming up.
Nice decision by the junior there.
Yep.
Don't take a risk. Don't give this drive up. Move to the next play.
The empty back set, 3rd and 10 from the 28-yard line. Quarterback draw again. It's going to work again. Bounce to the outside of the 20. Dives to the 19-yard line. Going to depend on the spot. I think is a yard shot.
That's a horrible spot.
That is a crazy
very bad spot.
He got tripped up at the 19 or the 21-yard line. He didn't go down at the 21-yard line.
So it's 4th and 2 from the 20. It looks like the offense is going to stay on the field.
Now, here comes the field goal unit right now.
Yeah, they're going to take the points.
Oh, man. That spot is insane.
Yeah.
Yep.
So it'll be a 37-yarder from here from the far side for Chase Lanham. He's already hit one tonight. And the kick is up, and he missed it.
Oh.
So a great drive comes away empty with 1:26 to go. We say tied, 17-all.
And obviously not what you want if you're the Pirates, but a lot of positives in that drive. You move the ball down the field relatively easy. Just got to finish it off there with points.
But kind of back what Trey said a moment ago. They gave them so many different looks. It wasn't the same formation. It wasn't the same play over and over again. They tried all sorts of stuff.
And, you know, TLU is struggling with it right now. They just so happened to stop the quarterback, Jacob Smith, just a little bit short of the first down marker.
It was those DBs staying with it on that fake draw.
Dietrich, pass over to the right side, complete out to the 30, breaking free to the 35, and across the 40 to the 43-yard line. A big play there for Texas Lutheran to start this drive. Hauling it in for the Bulldogs was Jalen Mickles.
Yeah, the redshirt senior out of Seguin had man coverage on the top side. This guy with the quick slant.
First down out there and then moving on the line, so that'll push him back a little bit.
Got a little too excited there, Merle.
Yeah, it looked like they were trying to speed things up.
Yeah.
And sometimes that hurts you.
5-yard markup pushes it back to the 37-yard line where it's 1st and 15. 1:02 to go, speaking of speed. Quickly moving third quarter. Now the clock's moving again inside of a minute. 1st and 15 from the 37. Dietrich dropping back. Pirates bringing pressure. Dumped off screen pass to the 40. Hurdles a man and knocked that from behind to the 45-yard line. Pickup of about 8 yards on the play. Going to bring up a 2nd down and 7.
And that's something that's today that the Pirates have really struggled with defending is that screen pass. You know, with them going in and pinning their ears back on these passing plays, TLU's offense has taken advantage of that and has had much success with the screen plays here, and we saw it again there.
2nd and 7 from the Bulldog 45. One receiver right to the near side. Draw play, or handoff up the middle, Trying to turn the corner, and will get the corner turned into Pirate territory down to about the 47-yard line. Looks like it should be enough for the first down.
Yeah.
Starting to see more and more here of Cabrante Williams.
Williams had just enough there. You thought, again, maybe he was going to get tackled in the backfield, but fortunately the Pirates were not able to bring him down.
Game clock down to 8 seconds. Let's see if they just head to the sideline. All right, 45 minutes in the books. Good third quarter for Southwestern. They fought back to tie this thing up 17-all. And I'm going to try to find Michael Rose. I see him down there if he can hear us. Michael, I can't imagine that the mood on the sideline might be a little bit more pumped than it was at the end of the first quarter, first half.
These players right now are very excited. Absolutely, the letdown of the missed field goal really didn't seem to get them down too much. I really love standing by the offensive linemen. They are over here to my left. They keep telling each other that it's worth 6. It's worth 6. They keep going and get another 6. So I love to hear that out of them. And then they're not discouraged. And like I said from the first half, they're responding and not reacting.
Well, awesome. Hopefully we'll be talking to you at the end of the fourth quarter, and the Pirates will have completed the comeback and pulled this thing out of the fire. Michael Rose down on the sideline and filling in for Chuck Tracy today.
Shout out to Chuck's son getting married.
That's no excuse.
Congratulations.
That is pretty cool. Pass. Left side, got a receiver open. Caught. 10-5 touchdown. On the first play of the fourth quarter, Caleb Camarillo got behind the defense. That just looked like a blown coverage because he was wide open.
Talk about Chuck. Negative things happen. But no, yeah, blown coverage there on the top side of your screen. Merle Camarillo beat his man on the man coverage. And that's just a play where you come into the fourth quarter saying, hey, we're going to try and make an explosive play happen, get behind the defense. And right there, they did exactly that.
And the extra point attempt is up. And it is good. So Dejan Augustine puts them back up by 7, 24-17, 14:53 to go fourth quarter. Well, you come back from worse than this, you just got to do it again.
Yeah, we were down by 13 or 11 earlier. So, I mean, this is it's definitely doable.
Well, and to Michael's point, that's why the offensive linemen are sitting there telling each other, we got to get 6 out of that.
Yeah. Because you don't know how many opportunities you're going to have.
That's right.
Chuck is letting us know that the wedding celebration was a success.
Well, that last play was not Chuck. And we're blaming you.
Congratulations, though. If you get out there and start dancing, please send a video.
Is Chuck watching this on the dance floor? Like, where is he watching this? Does he have his AirPods in watching this at a ceremony?
It's like those bad commercials that you see.
Yeah, so I'm just like, what are we doing?
Football on the tee for Caleb Schutz. And the kickoff is going to be returned. Fair catch called for at the 7-yard line. That's where the Pirates will start at first down 10 at their own 25.
So you know you can move the ball here on this defense, especially in the second half. Now it's just a matter of doing it once more and putting the points on the board at the end of it. Limit the penalties, limit the mistakes, and put the points on the board.
Wow, this goes to the way back machine. We talk about old Bob Mask and new Bob Mask writing in. John Fish writing in. An old friend is watching from Mountain Home, Arkansas.
You're going to have to explain who John Fish is to me, Merle. I don't know who that is.
He is a former Pirate instructor, I believe. He's associated with Southwestern in some capacity. And he would write in all the time when we were doing the broadcast as KMAX Sports back in the day.
Wow.
Got to meet him on a trip to Hendricks, I think, many, many years ago. Dropping back, looking, firing over the middle of the field. Caught Thompson to the 45, down to the 40-yard line, and the Pirates strike right back.
Graydon Thompson once more. They're sitting in the cover 4 right there, TLU is. And again, he's going to beat that over the middle every single time. Thompson wide open, a great pass there from Smith. And now Pirates already in Bulldog territory after one play.
Great plays by the offensive line there, giving him plenty of time to sit back there and let that play develop.
Well, we saw defenses dominating early in the game. The offenses are starting to get limbered up here. First down and 10, Pirates at the Bulldog 40. Empty back set here for Smith. Quick drop, pressure coming, pivots away from it, got some running room, and fires, got a receiver behind the defense, batted away and almost caught. Almost a sensational play and almost a sensational catch, a battle of the tens. Defending that play. I don't have a 10 on my roster for TLU, but almost hauling it in for the Pirates was Christian Murray.
Yeah, Murray almost went over top of the defender there and brought that one in. I think that was an 11, Merle.
That was 11, you're right.
That would make more sense. That's just a Novato.
Yeah.
I love his confidence. Would have liked to have seen him get a nice chunk of yards there, though.
Throwing across his body, moving to his left. That's a tough throw.
Yep.
Yeah, he made one of those early in the ball game.
And he put it on the money.
Second down and 10 from the Bulldog 40. Thompson going in motion, left to right, settles in the right slot. Play action again. Good protection this time. Dumps it off wide open right side to the 30. Makes the man miss, stumbles down to the 25-yard line. A 15-yard pickup, first down Pirates.
And what a wise play there by the quarterback, Smith. Nothing open downfield. He has his tight end, Washburn, open over there in the flat, throws it over to him on the dump pass, and Washburn does the rest with his legs, getting the first down for the Pirates.
Washburn, one of the best moves I've seen from a wide receiver in last week's game. Well, tight end, I guess.
Yeah,
but
the tight end, Merle. Come on now.
Well, that actually makes it more impressive.
Yeah, I would say so.
Stumbling and bumbling.
Yeah, what did you say to describe it, Merle?
Dipsy-doo and how are you or something?
Yeah, something like that.
First out of the 25-yard line. Straight ahead handoff. Williams bounces to the right side. Look out. 15 to the 10-foot race. Knocked out of bounds inside the 5. First and goal, Pirates.
And again, Williams picking up right where he left off, finding the hole quickly, exploding through it, and really no one's touching him right now until he gets 5 yards past the line of scrimmage, and right there exploding through. He thought maybe he was going to make it to the end zone, but he was pushed out of bounds right before he could at the 6.
First and goal. Got to finish this drive. One receiver right, one to the near side.
They're stacking the box inside.
And going to keep it himself into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacob Smith. What an answer by Southwestern.
Answering in about 6 plays there was Southwestern. A nice quarterback design run there. You have the blitz coming from the outside. Smith sees it, fakes like he's going out, goes right back inside. No one there. Touchdown, Pirates looking to tie it here with 12:59 left.
Big extra point coming up here to tie this football game. Oh, snap is dropped and going to be dropped. That snap came in kind of high and hard, and the holder unable to get it and put it down, and we stay behind by a point, 24-23 with 12:59 to go.
You said it, Merle. Big extra point coming up. Wasn't there a Division I game out in Notre Dame a few weeks ago where there was an extra point fumble that hurt a certain team? Hopefully for the Pirates here, that's not the case, but that changes everything now from a TLU perspective. You don't have to be as aggressive now offensively, knowing that you're up 1. You can meander your way down the field. You don't have to officially put points on the board. You can go out and waste 13 minutes and come out as a winner by 1.
That's a tough break. Good drive by the Pirates, but you're down by 1.
Yeah, it's time for the defense to make a play.
That's right. 12:59 left in regulation time. Although the threat of overtime seems to have dissipated a little bit with that. And this kickoff is going to be fielded at the 2, up to the 5, to the 10, to the 15, and knocked down right there at the 20-yard line. Good coverage downfield for Southwestern on the stop. That was Braden Templeton, freshman linebacker out of Round Rock.
No turnovers so far today for the Bulldogs, Merle. They did a good job holding onto the ball, having great ball security. You're Southwestern here. Let's start stripping the ball out. Let's start playing a little bit more tight man coverage and force this freshman quarterback to put the ball in tight spots.
So first down and 10 Bulldogs from just inside their own 20-yard line. Dietrich has done a good job since coming in. One receiver left, one to the near side. Back split to either side. Give it to Guzman. Starts up to the middle. Goes to the right side of the 25. And shoved out of bounds at about the 30. DJ James there to escort him out of bounds, but not before an 11-yard pickup and a first down for Texas Lutheran.
So now the Bulldogs putting both Guzman and Williams in the backfield at the same time. First time showing the Pirates this look here today. That makes them twice as dangerous knowing how good both running backs are.
Yep. I say stepped out at the 30. Still enough for the first down, but a 10-yard pickup, not 11. Dietrich in the shotgun. 2 receivers left, one on the near side. Give it to Guzman again. He's going to step up the middle and dive up to the 35, maybe the 36-yard line. About a 6-yard pickup that time. Second down and 4 coming up. Cesar Navarro getting up from the bottom of the pile.
Just chunk plays, getting here on the first down plays, and really, again, the Bulldogs don't have to have any type of urgency right now.
Right. 12:05 to go. Second and a short 5. Dietrich straight up the middle this time, and Guzman breaks free. 45, 50, 40, 35, 30. Can they catch him? James trying to hustle. And they're not going to get their touchdown, TLU. Guzman just busted it to the left side and outraced the defense.
And you're wondering when that was going to happen. He had one last week against Howard Payne where he just busted open a long run, and right there, waited, went behind his blocks, and basically just disappeared behind him.
Right.
And busted it wide open. That's why he's an All-American in track too, Merle.
Well, he showed it there because DJ James can fly, and he was closing in for a half a second. High snap. Good hold this time. The kick is up. And with 11:39 to go, now it's an 8-point deficit, 31-23.
Highly reminiscent right now of that 2016 contest that I was talking about at the beginning of the broadcast, Merle. A slugfest, a heavyweight battle going back and forth, offensive scoring, a high-scoring affair. Really, when it came down to that one, it was the other parts of the team that made the difference. Special teams. You had Dante Smith returned an onside kick for a touchdown. That proved to be the big decision maker in that one, and we ended up winning that game. So who's it going to be today? The offense obviously needs to put points on the board here, but going back to the defense, special teams, someone else needs to make a play here on this Pirate squad.
13th overall meeting between these two teams. TLU leads the series 7-5. They've won the last 3, so time for the Pirates to snap that string, trying to get to 3-0 for the first time since football restarted here in 2013. And line drive kickoff. That one goes into and out of the end zone. So the Pirates have been able to move the ball since, midway, late third quarter. Michael, what you got down there?
I just wanted to mention Smith, that quarterback tonight. Every time he's touched the ball or made a draw or made a big play, the sidelines is erupting. They are reacting to him. They did not expect such a performance from their quarterback tonight. And on the sideline, I was just listening to a few of them say that Seven's got her back. So I just thought that was really cool to hear, even though they're now down by 8 after that big play by TLU. I'm excited to see what comes next.
Awesome. Thank you, Michael Rose. Well, Seven's got to have their back again as he leads them out in the field, down by 8 with 11:39 to go in regulation time. First down, Pirates at their own 25. Play action, pass, right side, complete to the 30. Cuts it back. No, bounce to the outside. What a nifty move to the 35 and out to the 38-yard line. Just a little swing pass out there to Blake Garcia, and Garcia did the rest with his legs.
Yeah, Garcia just utilizing the soft coverage there from TLU Bulldogs and just sitting in it, and then he realized no one was near him, so he's going to do the rest with his legs there. Did a great job picking up the first down after the catch.
Nice 19-yard pickup. Moves the ball out to the Pirate 39. One receiver right, 2 to the near side. Hand off, and no, he kept it himself. Fooled me again. Look out. There he goes to the 40. Flag comes into the 38-yard line, way away from the play. What a great play fake by Jacob Smith.
No kidding. I wonder what this flag is, Merle. I mean, that was the far side ref, way in the back, holding.
Spot foul, so we'll see where they flagged him from.
And Washburn there trying to plead his case with the ref, saying that wasn't holding. I really don't think the ref saw it from that far behind.
That wipes out a nice big run. They put it back all the way to the 37-yard line. So it's 1st and 12 from the 37.
Again, a great decision by Smith.
Pirates will have to overcome adversity again in this drive. One receiver right, 2 to the near side. Smith tucks it in, pulls it out. Pump fake, rolls to his right, directing traffic. Fires over to the right side, caught but out of bounds. Found Harris Gilliam over there, but he was out of bounds when he hauled it in. 2nd down coming up.
These Pirate wide receivers, they're beating their man on coverage.
Yeah.
Just a matter of timing it up with Smith now.
Clock stop with 10:38 to go. 2nd down.
Thompson over the middle there. If he'd just looked a little bit to his left, he had him.
One receiver right, 2 to the near side. 2nd down and 12 from the Pirate 37. Play clock down to 1. They just do get it off. And it's a draw play right side. Williams bounces to the right side. What a great open field tackle, but a flag comes in well after the play again.
And it was near the ball carrier, Merle.
Yes.
It didn't look like, anything. Let's see. No holding.
Ooh. They got him twice now.
Right, you
on
make
this
it
drive.
you make it 3rd and 10, or do you make it second and 22?
I would make it 3rd and 10. I'd be shocked if they accept this penalty. No, they do accept it.
It looks like 2 holding penalties will get you yanked from the game.
All the way back to the 27-yard line. Pirates going the wrong way. They got to get it out to the 49. 2nd and 22. Where's number 18? Smith, play action, rolls to his left, giving ground. Here comes out across his body throw, complete to the 49, across the 50, and knocked down at the TLU 45. How about number 17, Reese Kutcherer, a 6'2 sophomore out of Concordia Lutheran in Tomball.
Just poor coverage on the outside, Merle. You have the quarterback scrambling outside to your left. It wasn't even a vertical route, but the TLU corner went all the way past his receiver. He got essentially lost in the coverage there, lost in the sauce, they used to call it. And on the comeback route on the scramble, Cottrell gets it. First down, Pirates. What about a 20-plus yard first down there, Merle?
You sure Smith hadn't been playing some games somewhere else? I mean, that was a heck of a play.
Straight ahead and hit from behind, knocked backwards, keeps the legs churning. That's a hard-earned 2 yards for Tyson Williams.
Tyson Williams on the carry.
What a job by Kutcher. That's his first time he's touched the ball all season.
Yeah, and he made the most of it right there. Great catch, and then making sure to get the first down beyond the sticks.
2nd and 8 from the Bulldog 43-yard line. Coming up in the 9-minute mark. Smith in the shotgun. Straight ahead handoff. Williams off the left side. Makes the move. Stiff arm 35 to the 30. Inside the 30 and knocked down at the 28-yard line. Williams getting it going. Wrestled to the turf by Justin Navarro, but not before another Pirate first down.
TLU is stacking the box right now, Merle. They have the 4-down defensive lineman, but they're bringing a linebacker down on both sides, and it's not doing anything for them right now. The offensive line for Southwestern is picking it up. Williams is finding the hole, and they're getting a lot of big gains out of these runs here.
2 receivers wide right. First down, Pirates at the Bulldog 29. Smith in the gun again. Up the middle, bounces at the left side, 25, cutting it back up 20. This is Phillips to the 15, steps out of bounds at the 14. No, it was Phillips, yeah. Devin Phillips, that's his best carry of the night. He's been coming in a few times and they use him as a decoy or blocker. That time he gets the rock and picks up the first down.
And Phillips right there following his pulling tackle all the way to the first down marker. We've talked about the freshman out there on this offensive line. That was number 55, Noah Montivo. What a job by him finding work downfield, getting that block that sprung Phillips forward.
Phillips stays in, fresh legs, 1 receiver right, 1 on the near side. Going to get the carry again, bursts up the middle, spins down the 11-yard line. I tell you what, when you can bring in Devin Phillips off your bench as fresh legs, that's a pretty good weapon to have.
Yeah, it's something that Coach Matt's prioritized in the offseason. We're continuing to build that running room, complement Phillips in great ways, and he's done that with Williams and then Baylor as well.
2nd down and 6 coming up. 7:20 to go. 1 receiver right, 1 on the near side. Give it to him again. Bursts inside the 10, down to about the 9. Going to set up a 3rd down and 4 from the 9-yard line. And you're not thinking field goal here.
You have to get the first down here. You got to extend this drive, and you got to put a touchdown on the board.
3rd and 4.
So basically 2 plays to pick up the 4 yards for the Southwestern offense.
Expect something play action here, especially if TLU is going to load the box up. You control top side of your screen, man coverage.
Right. Blake Garcia here at the bottom of the screen. Quarterback draw, left side. He's going to go to the 5. Touchdown, Pirates. Design draw play all the way, and Southwestern now looking for the 2-point conversion.
It's almost like TLU didn't realize Smith had legs and could run like that. His 2nd rushing touchdown of the afternoon, and he's doing such a great job finding yards on the ground as we bring out the 2-point conversion lineup.
Yep.
Biggest play of the game here incoming.
Yeah.
They better be careful with the clock here. This is a big play.
2-point conversion attempt coming up. They've got 10 seconds to get it off. And wrap around Phillips in trouble. Going back to the near side. Broken up at the last second. Well-designed play. They handed it off to Phillips. Phillips threw it back over to
Smith, and
he's down. He took a shot, clean shot from Merrick Square. Hopefully he just had the wind knocked out of him as he came down unprotected.
It's essentially the play from the water boy there, Merle. They give it to Phillips coming out on the swing round, and you have the quarterback going out to catch the pass. Just read really well right there by the defensive back. And hopefully Smith is okay.
Man.
You'd hate the quarterback to be out after a play like that.
Hit the ground hard. I'm sure, hopefully it is the wind and not the head hitting the carpet.
He's up here.
That's good to see. He took a shot.
I think what we've seen today here is that Smith is tougher than a $2 steak. I think he wants to stay in this contest.
Yep.
And finish this one off.
Tougher than a $2 steak, and we got somebody wiggling like Jell-O down there. There's all kinds of little things going on today.
A lot happens when Chuck isn't here.
Well, down by 2 with 6:31 to go.
Got to make a stop.
Yep.
Putting it on your defense.
That's the thing about those missed extra points. You wind up chasing them all day long.
And when you think about, too, the missed field goal, we would be up by
That's
a point
true.
right now.
Yep.
Wouldn't have had to be chasing.
So the kickoff is going to sail 4 yards deep in the end zone. He's going to bring it out to the 5, to the 10. Got to keep him down here and dives out to the 20-yard line. So a gamble. They're going to say he's down at the 21-yard line, so it cost him 4 yards making that gamble. On the return was Elijah Howard.
On the return.
So it's up to your defense. Got to get the football back. You don't need a touchdown if you can get it back. You just need a field goal.
On the 21-yard line, first and 10.
And I think that's the Pirates, what they would obviously want to happen. I mean, you can put the game on the back of your defense and then on the foot of Chase Lanham. I think that's exactly what you would hope for.
TLU, of course, wants to suck the life out of the clock and put this thing away.
See if they get conservative and just run the ball.
And that's what happens here in the first play. And boy, oh boy, Rhino was right there.
26, Devontae Williams.
Haven't called his name too much tonight for the stat sheet, Merle, but he's making his presence felt every single play out there, pushing his guy around, and right there gets a great tackle on the first down play and pushes TLU back 3 yards.
Morgan Williams-Jack on the stop, wrapped up Cabronte Williams and threw him down. Loss of 2, 2nd and 12.
And he lost his helmet, so he had to come out of the game.
Dietrich in the shotgun. Rolling to his left, looking. Still looking. And dumps it off underneath, just threw that one away.
Oh,
almost picked off.
Yeah.
Dietrich's pass.
J.P. Reyes, I think that was coming in at the last second.
Gilbert Anderson.
Yeah, number 11.
That's number 11 again, Gilbert Anderson.
Huge third down play coming up with the clock stop. Keep everything in front of you for the Pirates defense. You cannot get beat deep, cannot create an explosive play, and the crowd is getting into it now. So is the Southwestern sideline.
This is where you dig deep on the defensive line.
Bulldogs.
Well, I would send somebody in right now if I was on defense. See if you can get a delay of game.
Dropping back. And whistles blow. What do we got here? Timeout. Yeah, they were all out of sorts. They had guys running on and off the field, and the Bulldogs have to call a timeout with 5:37 to go.
And so what I meant by that is when you have somebody subbing in from the offense that late, on this side of the ball, you just have somebody wander on out there.
Yeah, they
Lane
got to let
take
you.
their
Lane
time.
Kiffin is famous for that.
Yeah, because you have the opportunity. Once they send somebody in, you have the opportunity and the time to send somebody in on your own.
Well, probably the first of several times we'll say this play of the game coming up right now with 5:37 to go.
We've talked about how good this defense is, at least on paper, all year long, and right now this is where they prove their worth. A big third down stop against your rival at home. Down 2 points can give the ball back to your offense here with 5:37 left.
Yeah, and you can't let this timeout take away that emotion that you were building up there.
Right.
You got to get it back in. We've got to get this crowd yelling. We've got to get the players yelling. There we go. There we go. You got to get it back.
Williams in the backfield, along with Dietrich. One receiver left, two to the near side. Play action, looking. Still looking. Pocket break sound, swings it out, left side, complete to the 25. Got to make a stop. They do. They stop him 3 yards shy. Gave up some yardage, but kept them in front of the chains, and it's going to bring up a 4th and 3.
I can't imagine them going for this right here, Burrow.
Yeah, here
No
comes
way.
the punting unit. I think the offense was trying to lobby, but yeah, you're right. You can't go for it here.
There's trusting your run game, but there is also you don't know what can happen on any given play.
Well, and you set them up within field goal range if you don't get it.
That's
Exactly.
right. Vincent Herrera set to punt it away. Noah Long awaiting the punt. That's actually Devin Phillips makes the man miss, and he gets it out near midfield, still on his feet, down to the 46-yard line.
Yes, sir.
Every time you call Devin Noah, he does that. So
That's
I
right,
think
yeah,
you keep going, Merle. What a return there by Phillips. Already puts us in Bulldog territory. Now again, it's on the back of the former Bulldog, Jacob Smith. He's impressed so far with his legs and his arm. Now he's just got to take his offense down with 4 minutes, 36 seconds left.
I'm stuck on Noah because he was a punt returner that first week, and I had that in my head, and I keep forgetting they made the change here to Devin Phillips.
Well, and back to that third down, coverage on that was fantastic.
Yes.
Him having to dump that off and not take the deep throw, really great job by the DBs back there.
So you got it on the Bulldog 48-yard line. You'd like to get it down to maybe at least a 25 for the field goal. Handoff up the middle. Williams is thinking a lot more than that. Rumbles inside the 40, still digging down to the 38-yard line. That looks like about a 9-yard pickup for Tyson Williams. 4:24 to go. Pirates driving for the lead.
Williams carrying people on his back. Again, this is exactly as advertised. We talked about him all year long being the guy that has the speed and the power, and he's proving it here today in the second half.
You can do a lot on 2nd and 1, TJ.
Hang on to the ball.
You hang on to the ball. That's one thing. Straight ahead handoff and going to be dropped for a loss back at the 39-yard line. Lost. They're going to say lost to the 40.
Wow. A lot of things you could have done there, Merle, but that was probably the least probable and the least wanted if you're a Pirate fan.
Yeah.
Lost.
And I mean, I understand running the ball because you want to try to take time off the clock, but stay aggressive.
Yeah. I mean, this is out of field goal range here. You got to get the first down here and keep this drive alive.
Yeah, you got 2 downs to get these 4 yards.
That's right. 3rd down and 3 from the Bulldog 40. One receiver right, one to the near side.
Soft coverage here on the bottom of your screen.
Smith, play action, looking, firing over the left side, and
what a catch!
What a catch! Touchdown Pirates! Graydon Thompson just out-leaped the defender.
Wow.
His number is 18, Merle, but I need you to turn it around one time to 81 because you got mossed. Graydon Thompson going up on his head, on his dome piece, bringing that one down, getting the touchdown for the Pirates, and the Pirates have the lead once more.
It was great coverage. I mean, Eddie Brown had that play perfectly.
You had to say his name. You just had to say his name.
did.
He just got mossed, and you're saying his name on national television, Merle.
Good snap and hold. The kick is up. And whistles blow.
So we'll see. I mean, was the game play clock going down and they just didn't get the snap off?
Yeah, delay game, man.
Well,
and I think
what's
the offense
happening?
are going to go for it. The offense may be going for it now.
So
the
Oh,
penalty
delay of
was
game
on
on
it was
the
a delay of
Bulldogs.
game on,
on
the
the Bulldogs.
defense.
Yeah.
Wow, they took a while to get out there. That's unheard of. So the offensive coaches calling the offense back. They're going for 2 here.
Well, I mean, why not?
Might as well.
A field goal can't win it for them, so whether you're up by 4 but 6 makes it more interesting.
You and your math degree, Merle. Oh, my goodness. I love when you talk math.
That's because I can't read the difference between 11 and 10. Let's see, on the field on the jersey, so I'm making it up here in my math skills.
Don't worry. The TLU degree doesn't allow much either.
And quarterback rolling to his right, looking. Smith in trouble, and he is going to go down. The 2-point conversion attempt will be no good. So 3:20 left to go. Pirates lead for the first time today, 35-31.
And Smith's
And looks
slow
like
to get
Smith's
up
slow
again.
He is taking some punishment today. Good thing they've got a bye next week.
No kidding.
And speaking of Smith, how about that throw?
Man.
On the money. All game so far. It's
And a
right there.
and a trusting throw. Now,
Yes.
it's easy to trust that guy,
Yeah.
Yeah, no
but
kidding.
a very trusting throw that his guy was going to go get it.
Smith coming up and lineman holding him.
I hope that doesn't mean it's his shoulder or
Nah, I
something.
think he's fine. Responsible for 5 touchdowns so far.
Man.
Thompson has 3 of his own. Goodness gracious.
In case you're wondering, Mateo Catron would be the next quarterback in if Smith can't go.
Why you got to do that?
Just informing the folks.
Come on, TJ, don't let him do that.
Jackson Sims out for at least a couple weeks. So we saw him miss the second half last week. And kickoff. It's a reverse media jinx, Trey. That's what it is.
Attaboy.
Field of the 5 to the 10 to the 15. Got to keep him down. 25 to the 30 up the far sideline. Tripped up at the 36-yard line, but a pretty good return. Field goal does him no good, however. They're down to 2 timeouts, 3:14 to go, plus the 2-minute timeout.
So you have 3 ways to stop the clock, at least if you're TLU. You have 2 timeouts yourself, and then the 2-minute timeout. Obviously, you go out of bounds once the clock gets under 2 minutes to stop the clock. But great field position here to start this drive.
Dalton pointing out again, I hadn't given them a touchdown yet. So, thank you, Dalton. Getting a little too excited about the game.
This is an
He's got
easy
my
game.
back.
Easy game to get excited about. Handoff off the left side, pushing the pile forward up to the 43 or 44-yard line. Solid gain of about 6 yards on the play for Guzman. You know, he's been pretty quiet in the second half. They've been relying a lot on Williams.
Didn't he have that long touchdown run, Merle?
I think so, yeah. Well, yeah. Other than that. He's going to
Get
get
in
it
there,
again.
get in
and this
there.
time the
Attaboy.
Pirates get him to him. So it's going to bring up a 3rd down and 4.
It's so critical for those defensive linemen to kind of hold that blocker and let those linebackers get in there and hit those gaps.
Exactly. And right now, 4 down territory. Pirates going to have to do it 2 more times
Yeah.
here.
3rd and 4 from the 42. 2.5 to go. Guzman stays in the backfield, lined up to the right side of Dietrich. Dietrich dropping back, looking, fires over to the right side. Caught, good for a 1st down. Dropped immediately, but they moved the chains.
We'll see here if they want to try and get a playoff before the half or before the 2-minute timeout.
Jamari Nichols hauling that one in. They've got it at the Pirate 47. And the clock is ticking down. I don't think they're going to get it off. 2-minute timeout. What a game we've got between these 2 bitter rivals. 1st down, TLU at the Pirate 47-yard line. Southwestern up by 4.
It always seems like, Merle, like these are the type of games that these rivalry games always come down to 1 or 2 possessions. Last year, went into overtime. A few years before that, came down to 1 possession where the Pirates ended up winning on a defensive touchdown. So when you think about all the contests and all the history these 2 schools have, you know, what better way than right now in this way, in this shape and form.
Well, we are off next week. The Pirates have the bye. We will see you 2 weeks from today down in San Antonio against Trinity to start SAA play. Speaking of rivals.
Yeah, just bad 2 games in a row there, Merle. At least from a censorship perspective.
We need to turnover here.
Yes, we do.
Still haven't gotten one all game.
1st down to the Pirate 47. 1 receiver left, 2 to the near side. Dietrich in the shotgun, low snap, gets it off the carpet. Rolling to his right, being pursued, in trouble. And somehow steps free and is going to be dropped at the 40. Somehow scrambled forward for 7 yards.
Don't know
Rhino
how.
had a hand on him but couldn't pull him down.
I thought for sure he was going to come from behind and knock that ball loose.
Me too.
Clock's still moving.
They say he touched out at the 41, so it's a 6-yard pickup, 2nd and 4.
Got to keep everything in front of you. No explosive plays.
Trips wide left, one on the near side. Dietrich dropping back again. Pressure coming up the middle. Hit as he throws it. Pass caught over the middle of the field, the 20, and stays on his feet. Looking for running back to the right side and gets out of bounds. Good play there by TLU. Took a shot.
Wow.
But Dominic Castellanos hauled it in and got out of bounds. Is there a flag? No, we got an injured player.
Yeah.
And TLU has moved so quickly down the field, already at the Southwestern 20.
Oh, that's just a. I mean, you got to give your props to the quarterback there. That was just a heck of a throw while he's getting hit.
Thought maybe that blitzer was going to get there.
Oh yeah, just well designed delayed blitz.
The receiver found the soft spot in the zone, and he didn't miss the throw.
Looks like a cramp the way they're stretching out the leg here, so nothing too serious. But you hate to see any defender have to miss a play here in this final 81 seconds.
And not wrapping up, not able to get him down in the field of play.
Stops the clock since they weren't able to bring him down inbounds.
It's a good point. He didn't make any more yardage out of that, but he's able to get out of bounds and save the timeout. Injured player, I think it was Chooks, shaken up. First down.
Next man up.
At the 20. 1:21 to go. Still need that turnover.
Someone's got to step up and make a play.
Dietrich in the shotgun. Williams lined up to his right. Looking pass over to the left side. And incomplete. Pressure coming in. Forced him to get rid of that football before he wanted to. 2nd down coming up.
Yeah, that looked like a delayed. What is
wheel
that?
route?
No. Delayed blitz.
Blitz.
Delayed blitz, but he came in on the inside.
2nd and 10 from the 20. Clock stop with 1:17 left.
Losing my football language.
Handoff. And this time he's going to be stacked up and breaks free somehow to the 15. Still on his feet to the 10, to the 5, down to the 2-yard line. Man, the Pirates had him 3 times. What a run by Cabrante Williams. And now the Pirates are probably going to call a timeout here because it's going to be a TLU timeout.
No, it is Southwestern. The Pirates had him behind the line of scrimmage, Merle.
Yes, they did.
And somehow weren't able to bring him down.
And if they get him down, not only is it 3rd and long, but they have to burn a timeout instead of Southwestern burning one.
That's just unfortunate. Wow.
Stunt was the word I was looking for.
Yeah. So many guys had the opportunity to bring Williams down.
Heck of an effort.
1:07 left. Is a 1st and goal from the 3-yard line. Pirates desperate for a turnover here.
TLU has 2 timeouts here. Do they score quickly? Or let some clock run off?
Definitely going to run the ball.
Yeah, they have no receivers out wide. Double tight end set. Handoff up the middle. And digging for the goal line. Does not get in. 2nd down coming up. Are the Pirates going to call the timeout?
They did.
That's their 3rd and final timeout. So there'll be 1:01 left. It's 2nd down goal from about the 1-yard line.
From the 1-yard line, you got to dig in. You got to give everything you had. The defensive line, we've talked about them all year. This is where they show their worth once more.
If you can somehow get somebody through, disrupt the handoff, force a bad exchange.
Something.
Well, and just not allow that bounce to the outside, too. Everybody's got to play. They got to do their part.
TLU has 2 timeouts remaining.
And you don't let them score, do you?
No timeouts left. I don't think, I would say no, but you never know. I think you trust your defense here.
2nd and goal from the 1. Load the formation to the right side. That's a bad snap, and the whistle's blow. That'll push him back 5 yards.
I like the penalty there, but I much would have had
Yeah.
the loss
I
and
know.
then loss of a down.
Well, it also, I mean,
Well, yeah, at
this
least
is
they're
this is a negative Nanny thing to say, but it gives them more room
Yeah.
Yeah,
as well. But gosh, I wanted that to be a turnover.
I did too.
There was that snap, the
Uh-huh.
fumbled snap.
But at least they're not knocking on the door quite as loudly back at the 6.
You got room to breathe if you're Southwestern, but it does open up the playbook. Can air it out a little bit more here.
2nd down and goal from the 6.
I'm telling you, I'd send somebody out there. Oh,
Receiver goes in motion. Bootlegging to the right, looking, dumps it off underneath. Big stick, out of bounds,
goes
no
up.
gain in the play.
They're going to say he was tackled inbounds and going backwards, so that's going to keep the clock moving.
Clock is moving. 52 seconds. They've got a timeout, but it's 3rd down now from the 5.
I can't imagine TLU taking that timeout here.
No.
Very surprised the ref didn't stop the clock there. Didn't think he was going backwards at all.
Clock ticking down, 38 seconds. 3rd and goal from the 5.
Someone's got to step up and make a play.
Yep. 25 seconds. 2 receivers left. 7 seconds on the play clock. Dietrich dropping back, looking, and somehow gets free. Fires over to the right side.
We caught
Intercepted!
it! He caught no! Oh my goodness!
Incomplete after all that. Nobody caught it. I thought it was intercepted.
I thought, is it deja vu, Merle? Did he
Yeah.
catch it just like last week? The interception that wasn't. I thought he picked that one up right before it hit the ground. The biggest play of the game right here, Merle.
4th down, timeout, TLU.
What do you say, Merle? You looked at the replay. What are you thinking?
Yeah, it was incomplete. It was definitely a bang-bang kind of play. Both guys had a shot at it there.
What an athletic play to even make it look like a catch. Oh, my goodness.
but how about the pressure coming up the
Yes.
middle, having to make the freshman that's still out there, right?
Yeah.
Dietrich.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be a sack, and that might have really taken some pressure off. But it's going to come down, big surprise, to one play.
Yep. Wouldn't have it any other way.
I don't know. I would have liked. But this is why you play the game. Come on, crowd.
That 28-point lead
Come
we
on,
had
crowd.
about this time last week was look really good right now.
No kidding.
Ball game. 4th and ball game from the 6-yard line. Trips wide left, one to the near side for Dietrich. Williams to his left, low snap, off the carpet, fires over the middle, caught, touchdown.
Yeah, it's a little rub route.
Levante Henry hauls it in with 9 seconds on the clock, and after all that drama, that really looked pretty easy.
Yeah, just a simple, it's essentially a push route. You go stick the man going forward with the vert, and then you put your foot in and kind of use your hands to get separation. And Levante did there. Touchdown Bulldogs.
They're going for the single-point conversion to make it a 3-point game. And the kick is up, and it is good. So, 9 seconds left.
Surprised we didn't see more of a rush there from Southwestern. If you
I know.
block that and take it back to the end zone, it's a 2 points tie ball game.
So, part of it's going to depend on how they kick this one, but do you fair catch it and set it up to 25 so you don't waste time? Or do you try to set up a big return?
I think you try and fair catch it if you can, just to give your offense as much time as possible, but they're probably going to squib kick it here.
Yeah. Well, if they squid kick it and the Pirates get on it, they should get it in fairly decent position.
Don't expect a pooch kick here.
No.
Have seen that in these types of situations. Hasn't really worked out for any team that does it.
Yeah, if I'm kicking the ball, I'm kicking it deep. I try to make them go 75 yards.
Field goal would tie it, but you only have 9 seconds to work with. He kicks it high and he kicks it deep. Setting up the return to the 5, to the 10, to the 15. Right up the middle, tripped up the 27-yard line. Man, he was getting ahead of steam up. And now Tempest flare.
Oh, there's the flag.
Who's it going to be on?
The refs were trying to wait, not throw the flag, just knowing the situation. But something must have happened there at the end that caused the flag.
Well, if it's against TLU, that tacks on 15 yards.
I'm guessing it'll be against both teams.
Now, unless there was something really flagrant we couldn't see.
I'm really surprised he didn't fair catch that.
Yeah, because he only got 5 extra yards out of it, and we lost 4 seconds.
Yeah, because now you're down to 1 play instead of 2.
Officials still discussing. And here's our call.
After the play, unsportsmanlike conduct on both teams. Number 50 of the kicking team, number 34 of the return team. Those penalties canceled. 1st and 10.
Like kissing your sister.
Number 24.
And here's the prevent defense from the Bulldogs. Their last defender all the way around the 20-yard line on the opposite side of the field.
You got your nickel defense and you got your dime defense. This is about your 50-cent piece defense right here.
The JFK $half.
Yeah, everybody's back. 3 guys to rush, 5 seconds left. It is 1st down and 73 here for the Pirates. Dropping back, looking, pass, center of the field, hook and ladder to the 40. Looking for a block, 45 to the 50, shuttles over to the left side, still alive, and finally knocked down at the, well, they still got it alive, and it's going to be turned the other way, but the ball game is over. So the hook and lateral and then a series of laterals, and TLU comes in with a late touchdown and pulls out a crushing 38-35 win over the Southwestern Pirates.
There is a flag down, but don't know what it could possibly be.
It's going to be passing the ball forward, I would imagine.
Yeah.
The poor offensive lineman, he's just trying.
Yeah, just trying to keep it alive.
Just trying to keep it alive. Tough.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Southwestern.
You know, you lost last year in overtime. This one is even worse.
Yeah.
You had it won.
Well, last year you had it won, too. That's the thing.
Yeah, that's true.
The Pirates in both years have had the opportunity to beat the Bulldogs, and by something or the other haven't been able to do so.
Please drive home safely.
So TLU gets their first one of the season. They improved to 1-2. The Pirates their first loss of the season, dropping to 2-1 in a hard-fought football game. By the way, TLU was favored to win, was picked to win the SCAC this year. So it's a pretty good team down there. The 2 losses have been 2 close losses against 2 really good football teams.
Yeah, them and McMurray are going to dominate the SCAC for a long time.
Yeah.
At least as long as they stay in that conference and the conference remains as is.
Not sure if Michael's going to get an opportunity to talk to Coach and get some questions answered and then talk to us about what they talked about, but we'll see. But just a tough that 3rd down play, you just thought something was going our way, and like Merle talked about, that pass, it just looked a little too simple, you know, and not able to get somebody in there to get some pressure in on the quarterback.
And you look at the points left out there on the field by the Pirates.
That's true.
The missed field goal, missed extra point opportunities. This 35 points isn't indicative of where the Pirates were offensively. They played well.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of finishing what you started.
Well, and you got to play, a great game, but you got to play all 4 quarters.
Yeah, that
first
first quarter.
Yep, that first quarter was just didn't really come out. They came out kind of flat, and they needed to be going.
Yeah. If the offense played the way they did from the midway through the second quarter on, this game would not have been close.
Well, and defense.
And defense, true.
Yeah, defense in the second half was great.
Yep.
Now, if you're looking for stuff, I like the way they responded to the coaches at halftime and made some adjustments and looked much better.
I like the way Jacob Smith played. It looked like a completely different offense almost compared to when Jackson Sims was quarterback, just having the ability then to run the quarterback with design run plays.
Well, and the play, he's almost sacked, throws it down the field, for a 30-yard pass.
Yeah.
It's just a backbreaker. But it's a great play by the quarterback.
Yeah.
Freshman quarterback.
That's what's crazy. Let's do this, Trey. Let's go ahead and take a quick break, and Coach is going to talk to his troops down there in the field, and hopefully he'll come over and talk to Michael, but that way we can catch our breath and kind of regroup and be back to wrap this one up. Pirates fall, losing in a heartbreaker, 38-35 to TLU, Southwestern Pirates football on the Vype Live Network.
Criss, man, a heartbreaker, but I just overheard you talking to your players about this is the way it goes. It's not always going to go your way, but it's how you handle it as men. And what I saw on the sidelines tonight, man, this is a boys' game, but these men showed up tonight and battled their hearts out.
Yeah, they just kept playing. You know what I mean? They just kept playing. Both teams are very close in how we do things. Sometimes you win those games, sometimes you lose those games. They made one more play than we did. And that's not necessarily just the end of the play. It's just the culmination of all the plays. And when the score says 38 and we win and we get 35, that's the way it goes. But I told our guys, we're proud of you. I'm super proud of Jacob Smith.
Yeah.
Number 7 playing quarterback, battled their butt off. And we rallied around him in the second half. It was really great. We've got to keep playing, keep digging. We got a good football team. We're going to keep representing Southwestern well and just going to keep competing to the end of the game.
Well, it's a tale of two halves. And what kind of went on in the locker room for your team to come out and respond the way they did, especially defensively?
Sure. I mean, it wasn't a big difference. It was just we weren't real physical in the first game. But typically, when we talk about being a football team in our game, it's a physical football team. We lost the battle up front in the first half. So we just kind of challenged them a little bit and said, hey, we got to be more physical. They're kind of hitting us in the mouth right now. We got to be a little bit more physical and get ourselves back in the game. And again, we have a chance to win a game against a good football team. And sometimes you do, sometimes you don't.
A break coming up. Are you ready for it?
Yeah, I mean, you're right. We're going to be working hard, though, right? I mean, there's some things we got to figure out. We got to figure out a little bit better defense. We're not playing great defense right now. We got to do a little bit better job of that. We got a really tough conference schedule coming up against some really good football teams. We can compete with every team in our conference. We're going to give them hell.
I appreciate your time. Thank you so much. Best of luck.
Yep. No.
All right, Coach Priestley, y'all.
All right, Michael, your thoughts here. That was a nice job talking to Coach. Great job filling in for Chuck down there. But your thoughts. You were down there. I mean, what a wild ride of emotions.
Oh, totally. Like I mentioned to Coach, it's a boys' game. It's hard to remember. These are college kids. These are 18-year-old young men, 18 to 22, whatever the case may be. And the fact that they rallied around each other. And it was quiet a lot of the times because, like I mentioned, they were ready and waiting for something to happen instead of making it happen. And finally, in that second half, they definitely made it happen. Unfortunately, they came up short.
Well, awesome job down there, and we'll see you in a couple weeks down in San Antonio.
I appreciate it. Thank you all very much for the opportunity, and congratulations to Chuck and his family.
There you go. Oh, man, this is going to sting for a while.
Yeah, and just thinking about this game, Merle. I think the most important thing to think of is it's the beginning of the year this year. It's a non-conference game, unlike last year where it was the last game of the year. You have to take that loss into the offseason.
Right.
Here, you can take this loss and learn from a lot of the things you saw here today and take that into conference now. It's going to be a tough conference schedule, like Coach Criss said. Obviously, we did want to come in here and beat our rival TLU, with this being the last year of Birkelbach, but that's not how it ended up. There was a lot of great things the Pirates did today. They played really well. They fed off each other's juice. And really, I think as you take this loss and move it into the conference schedule, this will pay dividends. I think it's just one of those things the Pirates have to have these early growing pains. They needed this. I think they needed this opportunity to say, hey, we can be better. How are we going to be better? Well, let's go out and see it, and we saw it here tonight.
So Smith out there getting some love from fellow teammates. You were talking about that he was over there for 2 years. He had a fantastic game. I like the fact the coach saying that they rallied around him, and Michael kind of touched on that, where they were saying Seven's got our back, we got his back.
Right.
And, the game is simple, really, truly. It's a simple game. Whoever's more physical, whoever has the least amount of mistakes. And Coach alluded to it in that first half. They were getting hit in the mouth, and they weren't hitting back. In the second half, they hit back. That's an easy thing to fix. Physicality in football is a choice, right? It's really a choice. So you got to choose it when you come out in that first quarter. You just got to come out and you got to hit them in the mouth. So let's hope that we see that in a couple of weeks. Get a little bit, get the injuries helped out. But I think 7 showed us that if 6 isn't ready to go, 7 will be ready to go.
Yeah, and it's that old screenwriting thing. Show it, don't tell it. You can talk about getting tougher and that kind of thing, but they showed what a difference it makes when you come out with a little fire, a little swagger, and kind of feeding off of it. So hopefully the Pirates will take that going forward here into what is going to be a very interesting and a tough, I think, winnable SAA schedule.
Yeah, definitely winnable, and especially with the team we have this year.
Especially.
The defense is so good. And then when you think about the offense and how they're coming around, this is one of the most explosive offenses in Pirate history, I think. Just with Graydon Thompson on the outside, the running back room that we have, and now this 2-deep quarterback room that we have going into conference, and hopefully Jackson Sims gets healthy before we go over to Trinity. It's going to be exciting, I think, and the fans hopefully are ready for it.
Well,
I'm ready for it.
Now I'm ready for it, too. We got a week off, though, so that's going to do it for us tonight. The Pirates are off next week. We'll be back with you, I mentioned, 2 weeks from San Antonio when Southwestern opens conference play against another old rival, the Trinity Tigers. Special thanks here to Southwestern's Director of Intercollegiate Activities, Ken Ralph, Senior Associate Director of Athletics, Glenn Schwab, Associate Director of Athletic Communications, Peyton Stegeman, the Georgetown ISD staff, head coach Bill Criss, and, of course, all you folks out there for tuning in tonight for what turned into a very great and entertaining ball game. From our broadcast partner, TJ Bela, our sideline reporter tonight, Michael Rose, cameraman Donald Williams and Dalton Brown, producer Trey Grubb, technical director Cindy Vincott, communications director Christina Weber-Bertrand, my better half. We'll give a shout out to Chuck Tracy, the new father of the groom, our quality admin Skylar Gillespie, and everyone at Vype Media. My name is Merle Bertrand, signing out from Birkelbach Field, where the Southwestern Pirates have fallen to the Texas Lutheran Bulldogs in a heartbreaker, 38-35. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, and we'll see you in 2 weeks for more Southwestern Pirates football right here on Vype. Good night, everybody, from Georgetown, Texas.